Dave and Jason Ross.
No. I didn't even have my headphones on yet.
Well, you can rerun it.
Can you re-rack that open?
Oh, you want to do the open again?
Yeah, would you please? Take two.
It's NBA Draft Day. Previewing the first-round options for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
What the hell is that?
It's draft day.
Is that our open?
Apparently.
For today.
Should we do this right? I don't feel right.
No, I don't feel. I feel like I'm going outside with my zipper down, and I'm in the wind.
All right,
You're
ready for
letting
take
your
two?
I don't like it. Yeah.
freak flag
Right?
fly.
Yes.
Let's restart everything.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
The Carmichael
How
Dave
was
Show.
that?
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
Boom! With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
And you can't trade Max right now. I'm saying. It's just
I say
no.
right now.
Right now
Alan does such a good job
of just
of
trolling, firing people up.
yeah,
Yeah,
during
he
the
does.
offseason. Hey, let's get rid of the beam.
He does. He does.
Hey, let's get rid of. Hey, remember one of the guys that you loved the most last season?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
We'll get 2 second-round picks.
I actually respect that. I respect it. You go, Alan.
Can you play my song, please?
Is it a cuff?
Did I hear right yesterday? He was mad at middays because they didn't promote it enough. Do you think that's partially our fault because we basically were like Casey Kasem with that thing?
No.
No,
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
I agree with Alan.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow,
'Cause
this is a twist.
They played the song.
Yeah.
And so what did you guys do? When we heard the song, what was your guys' reaction talking about the song afterwards?
What was our reaction when we were talking about?
I thought it was a fun.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. It was
Oh,
great.
good job, Alan.
Yeah.
Like, good job.
Played
Oh,
the
wow,
hell
that's
out of
really
it.
funny.
Yeah, supporting him.
Look at the comments. Matt was, well, when I did my song, I thought it was really hard for me because I was talking about Luca and what I did.
Wow.
I see.
And if we do something on this show and I don't even make it about myself, that makes Matt look even worse.
Right?
Wow.
Whoa.
He did a parody, but
I just did it
made
right.
Why'd you say right?
I don't know.
No, you're supposed to be like, that's not true.
That's not
wow, you just
true.
rolled with that.
Right?
Like, I was being self-deprecating, fishing, kind of sideways fishing for some humility. And all right.
It's tough waters.
Tough water. Super tough.
I didn't do a parody song. I did an original song.
Well, I think it's time. Chris, go ahead and play my song.
Yeah, that would be my favorite thing. You know, like, honestly, 70% of the reason why I've never done a song or gone anywhere near any of that is no matter what you do, it's going to get dragged so hard.
Yeah.
And then, like, you work really hard on something. You put yourself out there. You're just trying to have a little bit of fun. Then it's like, geez, what an ass.
Was that even supposed to be funny?
Yeah, was that? Yeah, good luck.
That would be the worst, not thinking that it wasn't a good song, thinking that it wasn't funny
Like,
when you're trying to make it funny.
Interesting choice for a ballad.
Well, which would be worse, that, or you do a song where, like, you're not trying to be funny at all, and everyone's just laughing, like, oh my God, good one. That's hilarious. Listen to him try to sing. He's so good at that, not trying to sing part.
You can spin that.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't know how to. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do the whole time.
Yeah, I was meant to.
Meanwhile, you go home and cry.
Yeah, I try to work so hard. I mean, because these things are not. It's not like they're just sitting down with a guitar going, bang, ding, and like you got to write the lyrics, you got to find the song, you got to do the whole thing. Like Alan
There
busts his
has
ass.
been a rumor going around that Alan used AI for the lyrics.
Oh boy.
I'm not saying that's what happened.
Just a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
But now I'm listening. I'm thinking about the lyrics. I'm like, I don't even know how that would work. But let's find out.
It's probably why he rhymed legally with legally.
I didn't rhyme it.
From our guy Steven. Yeah, there's a few of these. Where the F is Jackson 5? Yeah. I think a lot of people would freak out at that.
Yeah.
We freaked out.
Let's see. let's take a random song. Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles.
We cannot play that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're not going to anyways. Write me a parody song. We're just going to test Alan here real quick. About the Sacramento Kings being so terrible through the years. To the is there another recognizable song you'd rather use, or I'm just doing
Not a Beatles song.
No, okay. To
Susudio.
To the tune of Sudio by Phil Collins. Wasn't that Phil Collins? It wasn't Genesis.
It was Phil Collins.
It was Phil Collins.
No, I'm just saying if it was Genesis or something. Oh, Christ. Since this is a parody of a copyrighted song, I can help by writing new lyrics that fit the vibe and theme, but not by closely reproducing the original.
Is that AI?
I was just a kid in 99. Thought the future looked pretty fun. Weber, baby, page 2. Whoa, I'm Then the years rolled on and the losses came. New coach, new GM, same old game. Nope, there's no Susudio there.
Oh.
Kings, oh no, there they go again. Kings, oh no, missed the playoffs, my friend. Kings, oh no, been rebuilding since 04. Every season starts with hope, then we're picking 7th once more.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Maybe we find a different song to put it to.
That does not help Alan's case.
Remember when we passed on Luka Doncic? Yeah, let's not talk about that one much. Every draft night brings a brand new dream. By December, we're mock drafting again, it seems.
Oof.
The fans stay loyal. I don't know how. Still filling up the building somehow. Cowbells ringing through the pain, waiting for the glory days again. The beam is lit. The crowd goes wild. One good season, and we're reconciled. Kings, oh no, there they go again. Kings, oh no, heartbreak never ends. Kings, oh no, we've got drama every fan could share, but somehow every opening night we convince ourselves we're going there. Wow. 20 years to trust the plan. This is the bridge. Yet somehow I'm still a fan. Purple jersey, cowbell loud, crying proudly with the crowd. Kings, oh no, but we'll never leave. Kings, oh no, still believe. Kings, oh no, one day we'll be champions, you'll see. Probably right after I finally stop watching religiously. Synth solo, cowbell intensifies, fade out. That is not good for Alan. Wow.
They even rhymed legally.
Well, it is draft day.
Yes.
So
Now we know.
do a Nirvana Kings cover.
Oh.
Well, we're going to have some fun today.
We do Nickelback.
Oh, wait. Okay.
About their drafts.
Which, now.
Their drafts have been wrong. They've been down.
Let me see if I can do, all right, hold on. This is, we're doing this on the air because why not? Look at this playoff graph. Every season starts the same. By January, we're explaining why next year's lame. This is great. Oh, it's actually making me sad. My dad still talks about 2002. Like a veteran telling war stories. I've heard them all 1,000 times, and somehow they hurt a little more each year. Jesus. Get off of me, ChatGPT.
Look at this playoff graph. That's the line.
That is the line. So shout out to our guy Richie. Richie, don't lose that number. So he texted me. We were talking yesterday about some basketball stuff after the show, on and off texting. He texted me like at 2:30 yesterday or something, and he goes, "Hey, Yeah, you time for get with me and Jim this week. Jim being our market manager, his boss, our big boss. Yeah, you time to get with me and Jim this week. Not disciplinary related, LOL. And so I'm like,
I think he's trying to get ahead of the spiral.
And good for Richie, who's still fairly new, but I think he's picked that up very quickly. Like, just get ahead of it. And good for him. That was good. So I joked back. And I said, oh, great. I won't think about that all week. Laughing emoji. How's tomorrow? Now, I think the response to that should have been like another LOL. Yeah. Hey, it's nothing bad. It's
not
just
urgent.
Yeah, no, sure. Let me see if we can get something on the books, like a reinforcement.
Mm-hmm. You were fishing for that one too.
I was 100% fishing for that. And the response I get is, hey, you're sticking around for the all-staff meeting and barbecue, I assume? And I'm like, yeah, because we're having an all-staff meeting followed by a barbecue this afternoon.
Fortunately, I won't be able to make it.
Why? Oh, Super Taco duties?
I'll be at Super Taco.
Super Taco.
For England versus Ghana. 7131 Franklin Boulevard. Super Taco.
Super Taco.
Super good.
You're gonna love it. You did that yesterday.
I know.
I'm stealing it. So he says, you sticking around for the barbecue? And I go, yeah. I was all right. I'll get with Jim and see when he can do it. We have meetings in the mornings, but I'll get something on the books. And I go, okay. And that was it. Well, that was at 4:27. And then, evening goes on. I went and met a buddy of mine, played 9 holes over at Old Timber Creek. That was nice. It's in the back of my head.
Getting ready for media day.
Getting ready for media.
No, the media
week.
Hmm.
And I keep thinking about it. Not constantly, but it just pops into my head every once in a while. So finally at like 8 o'clock, it was 7:58 p.m. I call him. Hey, man, sorry for the late call. You're good. What's up? And I'm just like, are you obligated not to tell me what's going on? Because it's just in my head. Like, it's okay. If you're not supposed to tell me, like, we'll just end the call right now. But, like, is that a thing? Because I don't want to think about this tonight. I don't want to think about when I'm going to sleep. I don't want to think, because, I'm not sitting there worried about my job, but I'm thinking, like, oh, God, are we changing the show name? Is Jason moving to middays? Am I moving to middays? Is it going to be a 3? Is it going to be, Matt, Kayla, and Dave, or Jason, or whatever? Are we, what is going on here? You think about everything. It's like when do
I tell you?
Right, right. It's like back in the day when my dad would say something like, we'll talk about it when I get home. I'm just like, dude, great. He's going to kill me. I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking about it all day long. And then we come home, or he comes home and we just talk about it. And then it's over. And I'm like, whew. So, and then he just, Richie laughs. He's like, no, man. And then it just turned out to be some paperwork crap. Very benign,
Spreadsheets, paperwork,
Excel sheets.
All of it.
All the
sheets.
So, yeah, we, are you, where will you be when the Sacramento Kings make their selection? Are you going to be at the Thinger? Are you going to be at home?
I believe I will be at home. I don't know. I have not been instructed to be in any other parts. I would be anywhere I'm needed, but I have not heard that I'm needed today.
What if Scott Perry said, Jason, I got a deal for you. I would like you to make our pick. But it's at the press conference, I'm going to say that you made our pick.
Okay.
Would you do it?
I'd sign up for that.
Yeah, I would too. I know. I'm with you.
But I also would then like a crash course on the intel that they have.
Like a PowerPoint?
Yeah. Like, what have you learned by your interviews, your questions, or could I see your board? Right? Because then I can follow the board. I would still love to be in the room one time.
You know what? I don't know what segment, but at some point yesterday, I very briefly started to go down that hole, and then Chris probably said something that threw me off, and I just remembered this. We have asked this question forever. just once, can we please be in the room? Can we please be in the room? Like, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. We're the official partner of the team. We've already said we will happily, whatever we need to do, we'll sign NDAs. We're not going to, the amount of stuff we sit on a regular basis that we know that we don't talk about is already long proven. We're not going to screw them. In fact, we do the opposite because we'd want to have another opportunity to do that someday. But it just, what?
You know why you can't go in there.
Why?
There's been one time where cameras or people have been allowed in a draft room.
I hear you. I hear you. But we wouldn't have any cameras. Like, we might take a still photo of us in the room, like, hey, at some point after all the stuff is over, just to commemorate it. But what Chris is saying, and it's a point well taken, is that, for example, I don't want to be specific here, so let me just be general. If somebody were to come into the room randomly and just start chanting Acuff over and over again and taking votes and stuff, like, that would be considered an internal thing. That's an internal thing. We're not going to talk about that. What we would want to talk about would be what the process is, how many people were in the room, were
the phones
ring?
Truly ring like crazy, or is it just like, no, it's kind of
calm,
yeah.
What the board looked like, and not by name, but like, was it a graph? Was it, if this happens, then that? Did it look like one of them Candyland boards? Like, I don't know. And then most importantly, I love how we're negotiating on the air with nobody.
Yeah.
But more importantly, at the end of the day, I think you and I would probably spend some time visiting with the right officials or Scott or whomever or all of them and be like, okay, here's what we plan on talking about tomorrow.
Yeah.
And this would be the one time where they're doing us a favor. So for those Walter Cronkites out there, this would be the one time where we would give them a lot of editorial control, just being transparent. Like, we would want the opportunity to go into the arena that is never allowed to be gone into, and in exchange, we want to give them our assurances that we wouldn't do anything to harm the process. So in this isolated incident, I would be happy to give them editorial control. And what I mean by that is, we'd rather you not talk about that. And they'd probably say a reason I didn't think of, like, if you talk about the fact that we had 7 people on the board, right, it might make the person we picked feel so. You never know what you don't know. I'd be fine with that. I know you would be too.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's the process I'd like to see, and how even the timetable where in the past, and I don't know if I haven't seen this for today, but you know how Shams or in the past Woj would, they're like on pick 4 and they're already saying with the 7th pick, the Kings are they are highly interested. I'm like, and they already got 5, 6, and 7. So I'm like, when is that intel delivered? How far off? Because obviously they were minutes ahead of the actual draft, and just stuff like that. Or the one I still remember very well was the year the Kings took Bagley. So now we're past Bagley. We're to 12, I believe, and Denver was taking Michael Porter Jr.
Right.
But at this time, everything was ahead. Everybody was ahead. Now we got to 12, and nobody had posted it. I'm like, they don't. It came down to the last second.
Yeah.
It had to have.
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden it was like at the same time as the commissioner said it, boom, it was tweeted. They're taking Michael Porter Jr. That was waited all the way till the end.
Interesting.
So that was information that was like, wow, was that chaotic? Was that crazy? I don't know, but I would like to see what that's like.
I would be really curious, because sometimes the things that you, an individual might think are interesting are really interesting to us, but are incredibly niche.
Could be.
I would be very curious to see from the listeners, the general NBA public, for example. I would love, and now that he's out of the business, maybe he'd do it, but even if it was Shams, whether it was Shams or probably Woj would be the one. Like, I would love to. I wonder what kind of how much money he had to have to raise for St. Bonaventure to get him to come. Mm-hmm. I would love him to come on and let's just talk about the whole process from the inside. Like, How did you get these connections? Well, I worked them. Okay, cool. Give me an example. When a trade happens, who are you, not names, who are you generally talking to? Camps, agents, parents, players, GMs, all of the above. And when a trade happens, what is the process? Who do you usually hear about it from first? Is it a GM? Is it sometimes these guys as sources are people you would never believe? It could be the secretary to the GM who's in charge of payroll and making sure the salary cap works or whatever, or who faxes it to the NBA. Like sometimes those are beautiful sources. Yeah. A draft pick. Are you hearing that? Like when on draft day, take us through the process. Is it a group chat? Is it again, I'm just using Scott Perry because he's our guy. But does Scott say we're taking Acuff at 7? Okay, the Sacramento Kings are looking at I want to know what the actual specific process is because I think it's fascinating how that works behind the scenes.
And even an example from last year where it was talked about, like Utah selected Ace Bailey, and there was talk that he did not want to go there. Well, is that draft room getting calls going from their agent, don't take my guy? Like, is that something that's happening? It's like, well, we're going to take the pick that we want to take.
Right.
He's coming here whether he wants, you know what I mean? I don't know if those happen or not, but it would be interesting to, oh my gosh, you know what really happened behind the scenes, that kind of stuff.
I think also it limits guys like Shams and did Woj in particular because they can report, but they can't opine.
Correct.
Because you can't burn sources.
Right.
If you put something out that
feels slanted in one way.
Yeah, or even if it's true.
Right.
And then the GM's like, hey, dude, wow, cool, thanks. I've given you all this stuff, and you just
blasting us.
Yeah, thanks for blasting us. So somebody else is going to do it. Why did you need to do it?
Yeah.
And I think those are things I'd love to talk about. And then also, even just the little stupid things like, okay, yesterday, the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade happened. All right, we'll obviously talk about that a lot today. So Shams finds out and obviously has to you have to immediately go with it, right? But there's a beautiful graphic up. There's an ESPN graphic when Shams tweets it, and it's Giannis traded, and he's in a Heat uniform, and there's some work that went into that. Now, I know Giannis isn't sitting there with ChatGPT. So does that mean he has like a trusted contact in Bristol with ESPN or LA and their digital offices?
Boston and send me a Boston and send me a Miami.
Exactly. I would love to go back through a past trade and be like, okay, there were 2-3 possible destinies. At what point do you call for these graphics to be made? Are they sitting there on your phone waiting for the trade to happen? Do you have the trades already in your drafts in your Twitter so that you don't have to write it up? You pre-write it up and then just hit send. I want to know the damn process. But again, that might be something that I'm obsessed with and everyone else is like, nerd. All right, we'll take a break. We got a lot to get to today. And we're going to start, honestly, because it's all freaking draft and Giannis today. Wall-to-wall, cover-to-cover. So we're going to start with the World Cup from yesterday. Get that out of the way. The
stars were out.
The stars were out again yesterday. We'll talk about that and more as we drive towards draft day, wall-to-wall coverage. Wall-to-wall.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
What is wall-to-wall coverage? I can think of one way. When I hear wall-to-wall coverage, that presents a visual in my head I'd like to not share out loud. But I wonder where that came from. Is that like painting?
I thought it was from the windows to the wall.
From the windows to the wall. And we'll definitely take your call at 1-800-920-1140. I got you, really. Yeah. We're talking to Chad Hoblet each and every day about all the deals going on at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. It is the Make This the Summer sales event. Now, right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on those hard-to-find new 2026 Ram 25 and 3500 heavy duties. You can take advantage of available 5.9% financing for 84 months, no payments, for 90 days on select inventory. Now, they've got those amazing interest rates, but they also, on top of that, have the best selection of Rams because they're truck people. At heart, they're truck people. That's why they have over 600 Rams available, and more importantly, the hard-to-find Rams you're looking for. And that means your new Ram is waiting at Hoblet. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. We'll take a break. We'll come back. World Cup next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Are you looking for a night out that actually delivers? Grab your friends and head to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. We've got cold drinks, great vibes, and live baseball all in one place. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Hey there, Tom and Mark, the travel and entertainment guys with you, brought to you by Sports Leisure Vacations. Time for our weekly travel tip, and with it, here's Mark Hoffman.
It's time to book the hotel for your trip. There are lots of ways to do it, but only one way this travel guy recommends. Book directly with the hotel if at all possible. You don't have to call the hotel you want directly. It's easier than that. Use the hotel's webpage. Ask for an email confirmation. You might also consider joining the hotel's rewards program. If they run out of rooms and have to walk someone, non-members would be the first on that list. If you book through a third party, Expedia, Travelocity, Booking.com, and something goes wrong, you have an extra layer between you and the hotel. Compliments, complaints, refunds, etc., they all have to go through that third party. If one of the sites offers a lower rate, that's when you call the hotel directly and ask them to match. But always try to book directly with the hotel.
More tips to make you a smarter traveler, Saturdays at 11 a.m., right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Join Sactown Sports this Thursday from 2 to 4 at Echo Park Automotive Sacramento and meet NASCAR legend Michael Waltrip, who's in town for the Toyota St. Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway this weekend.
It's NBA Draft Day. Previewing the first round options for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Bobby Jarrett will join us later.
9 o'clock.
9 a.m.
Bobby G.
HoopObsession.com on his world tour of media today.
He's wanted. He's coveted.
He's a wanted man. Quick question as we get to
Quick question.
as we get to World Cup action here, but just real quick because I'm seeing all the stuff about the upcoming movie. Why is Supergirl always a smoke show in every iteration of Supergirl? Smallville Supergirl, movie Supergirl, the new movie Supergirl. It's a smoke show. And my question is, and by the way, same thing would a you or me or something. Just a normal. Has there been?
Kick-Ass.
Who?
Kick-Ass.
That was a great movie. Yeah. No, you know what?
Nicolas Cage is in it.
But I mean, who's Chloe? The girl in it. The one that the kid.
Yeah, I don't.
Chloe something.
She's in Neighbors.
That was my favorite. She was she was awesome, dude. That was a great movie. Shut up, Chris. But it's like, you know what? Like even Hancock with Will Smith was supposed to be like, a
run of the mill.
But Will Smith's a good looking dude. Like just have some doofus be a superhero. I think they try it with Spider-Man, but Tom Holland's a good looking guy.
Well, and even like Superman, like when he's Clark Kent, you're like, you can see in there. Come on.
That always
just wears special glasses, guys.
Just because the glasses?
No, they give you amnesia, so you can't figure out the face.
Wank. I'm a huge Superman guy, but like that always got me too. It's like, oh, but if I put these glasses on, you don't know it's me.
Do you want to be Superman the most?
Who's the ring guy in the newest Superman? He wasn't that great looking, and they make fun of his looks.
The ring guy?
Yeah, the guy with the ring that makes stuff with the ring.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I didn't know it was a thing. Did I want to be, what you mean, superhero-wise? I wanted to be Superman the most growing. Like, that was the one. I was a Superman more than a Batman guy. I was a Superman guy.
Aquaman. I just thought the water part was cool.
Then the Marvel movies came around, and I was like, oh, God, Thor would be rad. Who I guess technically isn't a superhero. He's a god. But Thor just hammer.
I thought your guy would be Thanos.
Why?
You guys have the same thoughts about the world.
Do we? But I could look, dude. I could never do the snappy finger thing unless it was guaranteed that, like, no, I guess I could, but
everything everyone does.
The half that didn't make it couldn't be anybody I know.
Oh.
If I could control
so
that
you want
part.
to choose who dies.
Just a general, like, basically
so murder.
Snap, but in the snap, anyone I've ever known, they get snapped on the right side.
So first degree.
So just all the people you know lose someone that they like.
Okay, snap, and then everybody I know and everybody that they know directly, they all make it. Has to be, people.
And all our listeners.
A couple of times. Well.
And all our listeners. By the way, what a great promo. Coming up.
Hey, guys, we've got one more week until the snap.
I'm just sitting here
snap.
with the glove on, just doing it. Coming up in a couple of weeks, we'll be doing the snap. Make sure you tune in. We know.
Depends on the day. How's Chris feeling about that?
Depends on what?
The day.
The snap day?
For you and Chris.
People are kind of scared with my political thoughts yesterday.
When did you get into your political thoughts?
Yesterday after the show, where it's like all the digital guys were there and Richie was there. I said I would be a great dictator, and they didn't know how to take it.
Classic Chris.
Classic Chris. I'd be a great dictator. Never.
Thoughts.
Never in history has that line gone wrong.
It's usually the kid that messes it up. And see, I won't have any kids.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
What's that?
Can I ask you a personal question?
No.
Okay.
You want to ask it?
I do. Well, he says no. That's
ask
cool.
me, and you can ask it to me, and we'll see whether Chris wants to answer it.
But am I asking it as if it was you, or
you can ask me to ask Chris?
I'm just curious if he's like made the call. Like, has he made the decision
on
never being celebrated on Father's Day?
Oh.
That's all.
Hey, I can't even ask you now. So,
what did Dave want to ask me?
Nothing, dude.
He wanted to
1-800-912-1140.
No, if you're gonna be at Super Taco. Super good.
People said, I'm moving on. That was off the air.
What happened?
I think Chris said something off the air in my ear that spooked me a little.
It just went to your ear.
People say Lionel Messi's like one of the greatest of all time. Not yesterday. He wasn't.
How about missing a penalty?
Holds its breath. Messi's moment has arrived in Arlington. Oh, he's missed it! I cannot believe it! History beckoned for Messi, and he couldn't hold his nerve. He puts the penalty wide. It remains 0-0. What a moment! I can't believe it, Fletch.
I'm sure that deflated him, and he never was able to come back.
He was so upset because he had his call. He's just like, I know exactly what I'm going to say. He's going to make this penalty, and then I'm going to make history.
Hey, watch this soccer smackdown. Watch this. Cristiano Ronaldo would never
be in a position to score.
Well, Messi recovered in the 38th minute.
Now Medina, pulled back here, lets it run. Messi! History in Dallas! 40 years to the day since Diego Maradona scored the hand of God. Lionel Messi scores the goal to make him the World Cup's all-time leading scorer.
You're right. He was ready for that one.
He was very ready for it. And 94th minute into extra time. Here's number 2. It's a brace.
Lionel Messi, there's the block. And Messi again finds him. Lionel Messi in the double. Argentina get the win. And the little magic man gets his second goal of the game.
Is he juggling?
So let's see if my brain's the only one that works this way. When he said Messi with the double, did anyone think Mix-a-Lot's in trouble? Begging for peace.
No, but now I am.
Damn it. If you thought that was great, how about the wonderful, we love featuring him, Andres Cantor. Same goal, but Cantor style.
Gol de Julián, se cruza, vino para Julián y es el 2-0 y viene, tapó el arquero, será de Paredes, será de Messi, tampoco Messi.
The cardio on that alone is amazing.
It's like a mixture of excitement and crying at the same time.
It really is. Yes, the emotion.
I love it.
Can I say something about Spanish, Chris? I want you to rule whether or not this is problematic.
It's probably going to be.
It's such a musical sounding language that I understand basic Spanish, but it's like the perfect sports language, because when you hear Andres Cantor, it's even just the cadence of the elongated goals, right? And then he finishes with the last one, go. So he's doing the whole elongated goal thing, right? And then it's like like the cadence of what he says. I don't care if you can't understand it, and I can understand 20% of it. It just freaking sounds better than English to me, and I salute, like, that guy. He's just so good. And it's like, also you can't replicate it. Like, I've heard a couple of American announcers kind of like, they don't do the goal thing, but it'll be like Holland, and they'll kind of elongate the name of the person. Look, they're trying, but he owns that. I know other Spanish speaking, at least, I don't know any other languages if they do it, but I know other Spanish-speaking commentators do the whole goal thing, right? But I don't. It's just like, I don't think it works in America.
It's a unique thing in a sense. It's almost like a layout, but he's not laying out.
Yes,
because it's just
that's such a great point.
It's like goal, because you're as a listener, like, the background can cheer. They know what you're saying, but you're not saying anything else but goal. But that's what happened. That's the peak moment.
That's why I love working with a play-by-play voice, because that is, I would have never ever made that connection. That is the non-layout, complete and total layout. He's calling, but it blends, it accentuates the crowd. So even though he's literally yelling into the microphone, which is something I tend to hate when that happens in football.
Yeah.
American football, it's a layout.
Yeah, if Mike Breen's bang was elongated, then he just kept going.
Yes.
Then you're like, there was a huge moment, but he just says it and gets out.
That is true. He's not. If he just started in with the analysis of the goal, he's not laying out. He's covering up the ambiance. The fact that he does that. God dang, Jason, that's so good. It is. It's a non-layout. And now I'm thinking, wow, I wonder if Mike Breen would consider bang, bang. What if it was just like he recorded a bunch of goals and then they just play him and he just lip syncs?
Right.
Would that be
like you see him? He's like looking at his notes, getting his coffee,
drinking.
He's
talking to like the other guys. Hey, look at this.
He's eating a hot dog.
He got up and went to the bathroom.
We'll take a break. When we come back, call him Giannis. He's in Miami. He, I don't have a rhyme for it yet. He's in Miami. Finally, it's over. He went to Miami. And I also, as a part of this conversation, I want to talk about Chris Haynes, friend of the show, Chris Haynes. And I want to make a connection as to how the modern day popularity of betting sites is going to be incredibly unfair to Chris Haynes today. I'll explain what I mean when we come back.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself and Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at fightthebite.net.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Emran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect! Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! Incredible! What a finish! Sensational combination! Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Buy gold and put some silver in your pocket. I know what you're thinking. Everything's expensive right now. How am I going to buy gold? It's Ron Paul. Nowadays, a lot of things are out of your control, but there is something you can do right now to diversify your retirement, and it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. My friends at Birch Gold Group will help you convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, a time-tested hedge against inflation. Plus, in honor of America 250, Birch Gold is going to give you a special America 250 1-ounce silver round for every $10,000 you purchase by July 2nd. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898 to get a free info kit from Birch Gold and claim eligibility for this limited time offer. Again, text the word SECURE to 989898 today.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's NBA Draft Day. Previewing the first-round options for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
That's right, a ton of draft coverage today. It is draft day all day long between us, Matt and Kayla. In the afternoon with the Drive Guys, Whitey and Allen. They'll be on during the selection if the Kings stay at 7, which I believe they will. And then it's tomorrow as well. 2 picks in the second round scheduled as of now. 2-day draft. We'll continue to break down the Kings' picks when they happen, and certainly we'll preview more of that today at 9 with Bob Gerald, hoopobsession.com. He will join us. We had him on last week, and now we're on the day of. So we already had some fireworks yesterday, Dave, though, with a couple of moves, but the big one, Giannis.
Yeah, and I was just talking today's a crazy day. I was just talking to somebody. I don't want to be the league source, but somebody in the business, and trying to sniff around about the Kings.
Uh-huh.
Nothing really other than everybody was waiting. Person just said, and this is known, everybody was waiting for the Giannis deal to happen. Pretty much locked the league down for the most part. And you saw the lost in all this was Julius Randle getting traded as well yesterday. But
who?
Yeah, Julius Randle.
It's like the day Fox got traded, then it was Luka. It's like nobody talked about Fox.
Right, exactly. So it's one of those things where the thought is now that there's not really going to be much of a middle ground. Either everyone's kind of locked down still and focused on the draft, or we might see a flurry today. We might actually see a flurry.
I vote for the flurry.
I do
Flurry's
too.
fun.
McFlurry.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Now I saw this stat. This was really interesting to me, was the finals, 2021. The one that Giannis won.
Yeah.
The Bucks beat the Suns. One player is left on that team. On
the Bucks team?
Either one. There's only one.
So Booker on the Suns.
That's it. No, that's the only one.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought you
5
said
years
one.
later.
Wow.
And when people talk about the longevity, like, hey, the next 4 or 5. One, it's Booker. That's it.
Wow.
From either team.
That's
crazy. 2 teams that made the finals.
Yeah, because both Portis and Giannis were 2 of the last. So it's a new day. You got to wonder what it's like in Milwaukee right now with the Bucks.
We do know someone out in Milwaukee. Should we give them a?
We knew somebody in Milwaukee.
We do.
You must be Rami.
Oh, is Rami in Milwaukee? I didn't know. Yeah, okay.
But part of me feels for that fan base in a sense, because I feel like that could be like, let's just imagine.
Oh no, they won an NBA championship. My God.
Weirdly, was the first thought I had, but go ahead. No,
Okay, but let's do that here.
Yes.
So yes, if Giannis was a king, and they drafted him at 15, which anyway, they didn't, and won a championship, sure, but like that's one of the great players, an MVP.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
See him leaving. Yeah, yes, there will be a title, but
Sure. It's a smaller market, although weird because they basically have 3 major league teams, and the Brewers, Bucks, and I guess kind of the Packers.
I mean, like, how are they? Like, he's a legend. He gets the statue and all that.
Yeah.
But, like, are they also a little bit mad at him?
Well, here's a question, and I'm aware of the question I'm asking. Is he the greatest Buck of all time? And I'm aware of past Bucks.
I think so. I don't know, because how long was Kareem there?
That's what I gotta look at here.
Because he got a title there as well.
Yeah, how long?
Like, to me, Kareem's a better, like, his career is better than Giannis, but I don't know if he was with the Bucks long enough.
That's the thing. It's got to be with the Bucks, and he was there for 6 years.
Yeah, Giannis has more.
He has more.
I don't know.
First champion in the franchise's history and a dominant force, obviously. He's got to have been an MVP. Yeah, he NBA championship in 71, NBA scoring title in 71, MVP honors for the finals that year. That's an interesting question. Was it? I wonder. I mean, obviously recency bias. People go, Kareem did it against plumbers, but what? Let's say at worst, Giannis is the second best all-time Buck.
Yeah, and he's got more to go, and you see him leave, stay in the conference. I don't know. I just think that I do feel for them, but maybe I'm the only one.
Did you see, I don't know if you saw that, but a few hours before the trade happened, Chris Haynes was on a TV show, and he said the Celtics were the front runners. And it's well known in the community that there's some relationship, I don't know what it is, between Chris's wife, I think, and Giannis's wife, or an in-law or something. I honestly don't know. But there's some sort of relationship there. So what you were seeing is people saying, well, if Chris is saying it, then, he's got that relation. So it's going to be the real thing. And then it didn't happen. And people are,
which could have still been true.
That's the thing. That's why I feel bad for Chris, because it 100% could have been true when Chris reported it, and things change. And then teams go, all right, what's your best and final? And then, we're going to add this guy in that we're going to go with the I'm not saying this happened, but we're going to go with the Boston offer unless you improve this, Pat Riley. And Pat says, all right, I'll include Kel'el Ware. And they go, oh, okay. Well, a few hours ago, Boston was in the driver's seat. And Chris could have been 100% right. Why I mentioned during the break Kalshi and the betting things is that with now that you can bet literally on anything, now you got a bunch of people that watch the Chris Haynes report, put the connection, well, if he's reporting on it, it's going to be he's related to Giannis's, blah, 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 blah. And then it doesn't happen, and now they're even more pissed off, like, I've seen more than a few people saying, were they manipulating the market?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know which way or whatever, but my point is, it's Chris is a great reporter. He doesn't screw around with this stuff, and I feel bad because this is muddying the waters, if you will. It's just another hurdle you have to deal with, and another conspiracy you're going to hear about. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. Giannis, the A's and Giants begin a series today, and some big news out of ESPN. We got a lot of Giannis, and really, guys, we're going to hit the draft hard, wall-to-wall coverage today, right here in your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Whoa. Okay. This one says you get a free phone if you switch. Hey, this one also says you get a free phone if you switch.
Yeah, they all do, hon.
Huh. The T-Mobile one says their customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years. And their latest experience plans have Netflix included, plus a year of Dash Pass by DoorDash.
Hang on, let me see that. Oh, yeah, we're switching.
That's what I'm talking about. Do we clap now, or...?
At T-Mobile, get savings that keep stacking up. That's value you can feel every day. And right now, bring your phone to T-Mobile and we'll give you $400 when you switch.
Savings based on Harris X billing snapshots from Q3 2021 to Q4 2025 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. $400 with new account on qualifying line. Unlocked device credit ported 90-plus days with device and carrier. Entirely redemption required. Virtual MasterCard typically takes 14 weeks. No cash access and expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. Member FDIC. Visit T-Mobile.com.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell us what's happening for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event.
Kick summer off right when you save up to $9,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Altitudes. You won't find a better looking, more powerful, and comfortable Jeep on the road. There's nothing like moving the family around in luxury.
Yeah, those Jeeps look real nice inside and out.
It's beautiful, but Hoblet is more than Jeeps. Stop by the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter to find whatever you need. With nearly 200 vehicles available and 115 under $30,000, Hoblet needs to be your first stop.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$9,500 toll net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Altitude. Up to $5,500 factory incentive and $4,000 dealer discount. Incentives include $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade-in and $2,000 Make This the Summer event retail cash. 3 of this net savings. Sample VIN 243062. See dealer for details.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
One of our executives, the only executive upstairs
on this portion
of the upstairs, who
isn't Chris an executive?
No.
No,
far from it.
No, you're part of management.
You're a suit.
Hey, you know what? How I know? Actually, I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure. Like when you go into Workday and you look at the
pyramid,
the pyramid, I think he's above us.
Yeah,
I am not above you guys.
No, I think it's like Richie, Chris,
correct, should be,
and then all of us. So you're an executive.
Yeah,
suit. So one of the
someone might want to tell my paycheck.
So, well, yeah. So one of the guys up here. So I was talking to him during the break. We're having an all staff meeting and barbecue today,
except for me,
except for you, because you'll be at
Super Taco.
Super Taco, super good.
1 p.m. England versus Ghana.
Is there some sort of international soccer match or something?
There is. Oh. England's playing Ghana.
Oh, well, I hope you're gonna enjoy it.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Huh. Anyways, walked into his office. It was just like, Jesus. Somebody, it smells like a dead dog.
Stinky.
It was, and to the point where had I walked in and he was in there already, I'd have been like, bro, you having a stomach issue? Like, it smelled horrible. Poor guy's fridge, I think, is out.
Oh, it has some
carcass in there. I feel bad because sometimes you can't get that smell out, dude.
Apparently not.
You can't get that smell out of there. So.
By the way, before we get to 3 for Madness, I have a is it a bone to pick with you?
Oh no! Why? Yeah. I don't want you to pick my bone. No.
In a roundabout way, but someone in your family made me get very emotional yesterday.
What?
You don't know what this is, do you?
I have no idea what this is.
So last night, my wife said, "Did you see what Avery wrote to Dave?" And I said, "No." And she's like, "It was really touching." And then so she showed me, and it was on Facebook. I'm like,
"Yeah,
no, I didn't see it."
Yeah. So
but at the end, she says, "Psych."
I was like, "Gosh darn it!"
Yeah. You know that
was beautiful.
It's so funny you say that because you know how much I share, and I have no problems.
Yeah, that's why I was like, "No, I didn't see that,"
because I can't get through it.
Yeah, well,
I can't get through
and
it,
it was nothing.
Yeah, I can't.
It's like that's nice.
I knew if by the way, context, Father's Day.
Yeah, beautiful note.
My kids make cards for me.
Hey, I'm spending a lot of money for you to go in college, so get in your room, get on your computer, and write something nice on Facebook.
You're damn right.
Well, it worked.
It did, and by the way, it wasn't on Facebook. It was a card she made and a handwritten letter inside the card. And then she always draws some beautiful, intricate.
That wasn't on there, was it?
No. It was just I just did the writing. I didn't do picture of me shooting baskets or doing whatever. She and I watching a movie, whatever. I always miss. And then my son, who can draw stick figures like his dad, that's what we can do. He does. The Adventures of Daddy, he's done since he was like 6. So every birthday or Father's Day, he does like a comic strip for me. And they're always goofy and funny. And I keep all of them. I got a little book. But Avery, who will generally just do some, a goofy card and something funny. But she wrote this beautiful long note about, love you and all that stuff. And so, yes, as much as I share everything, that one, I was like, I can't. I would get through the first sentence. Yeah. And then can I also say, and then we'll move on here, but can I tell you that I paused before I shared that? And here's why. Because sometimes I don't know if I'm overthinking this or not. I'm proud of my children. It's my favorite thing to be a dad. It's the only thing I've ever done right in my life. It's just my favorite thing. But sharing that, I actually paused for a second because I thought about people that like are struggling in their relationships with their children, or there's one lady, I won't mention her name, but I will tell you her daughter and I share the same name. And about a year and a half ago, her daughter tragically passed in a car accident. And we were already Facebook friends. I don't know her, but I think part of it was because they share the same name. They were the same age. And I check in on her once in a while, and I read everything about what she does. And I think about, like, how is she going to – she's going to see that. How's that going to land with her? Right. But in the end, it's just like, dang it, it just I want that to pop up on memories.
It was nice.
So, I will let Avery know. Maybe
she got both of us.
How about grounded? 3 days?
Nah.
No, you're good. You're going to let it go?
Yep.
Celebrate our differences?
Yes.
3 for Madness, question 1.
Well, Giannis is heading to Miami. What does Boston do with Jaylen Brown? Is that relationship tarnished?
Look, we first off, Jaylen Brown, and this isn't talked about enough. Not that it necessarily matters, but I think it's germane to the conversation. Jaylen Brown is in the top 1% of most intelligent people in the league. I guarantee you that. The guy moonlights as a guest professor at MIT. Like, he is a smart dude. The reason I bring that up is these players, to a point, understand it's a business. You know what I'm saying? They get that it's a business. And for all we know,
good at business.
For all we know, Jaylen Brown wants it would be perfectly normal in the scheme of sports. Done what I need to do. I'm still young enough. I don't want to be, as you and I talked about yesterday, I don't want the conversation who's better, Tatum or Brown. And much as we saw James Harden move on from Oklahoma City, as we've seen Kobe and Shaq split, it is not unheard of for superstars playing with other superstars to say, I want to go lead a team on my own. I don't know if it's Jaylen Brown wouldn't want to go back to Boston because he feels like they were disloyal to him, or Jaylen Brown already didn't want to go back to Boston, and the fact that he wasn't traded frustrates him. But it's certainly going to be a thing, and unless Jaylen at some point, he's usually really good at talking publicly on his Instagram, whatever, unless he comes out and is like, guys, this is all you. Like, I'm a Celtic. I want to be a Celtic for life. I love this. He's going to need to do something like that. And if he doesn't, this thing's going to be a firestorm all year long.
Yeah, imports some of what Jaylen Brown allegedly was wanting was to be a number one option.
Yes.
And I think if he was traded to Milwaukee for Giannis, he immediately becomes the number one option on the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, how many other options are out there? There's plenty of teams that would want Jaylen Brown, but he's a big price tag.
Yes.
Boston would want a lot in return, and to cover everything that each side would need, I don't know that you're going to get it. This was a situation where Boston was going to get the guy they wanted in Giannis. Brown would probably get what he wanted, being a number one option, with the team rebuilding, but he's the focal point. I don't know that they can get that. Now, they can get a return for Jaylen Brown.
Absolutely.
But now would Brown's side go, all right, yeah, I could go to another team and maybe be a piece. Maybe not the number one piece, maybe. I mean, debatable, but I'm here. I'm in a really good team. Some people think we're the favorites to win the East even after this trade. So even with the Knicks winning it, like, Jaylen Brown's still in a good position. It's just how is there real damage there? And that I don't know the answer to that.
We talked yesterday too, because I know, look, when you're a Kings fan, everything seems attractive. Mm-hmm. And we talked yesterday. I brought up to you, hey, this is what the deal would work for Jaylen Brown. And your counter was, sure, but then what?
Yeah, like the Jaylen Brown wanting to be the number one option, that would be the case here.
100%.
But I just don't think Boston gets what they want in return.
But even beyond that, and I agree with you, but I think even beyond that, I know this is going to sound silly to some Kings fans, and I say this just because I want to do my part to try to really change the thinking of look, when you're in the desert, man, you just want some water. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who, what, when, where, why, what the cost is, And I'm tired of us being me at 18, walking onto or should I say 20. I can't get this out of my head lately when it comes to the Kings. When I was 20 years old, I walked onto a car lot, and I had a budget. It was a very small budget, and I was looking for a used car. My budget was, I think, 10 or 15 grand. Oh, by the way, payments and stuff. I didn't have any, that kind of money. But, I did not have a lot of money. I wanted some sort of, I was going to get like a Honda, something that was safe and easy and point A to point B and whatever. Anyways, the maybe the greatest salesman in history, had to have just pegged me as a sucker from the start. And we test drove a Honda, maybe a Hyundai, and then he goes, "Hey man, you know what? There's a car I think that would look really good for you. That's not really that far away from your budget. You want to check it out? Sure, no problem." And he puts me in like a 1997. It's like a 2-year-old midnight blue Dodge Stealth RT. No spoiler, perfectly rounded back. And I drive that thing, and it looked like a Batmobile, dude. And as a 20-year-old kid, we all know exactly what I was thinking that car would do on and off the field. Yeah. Turns out the car was triple the price of my budget. But what he did is he explained, but if we extend this and we do this and we do that, really your payment's only going to be another $125 a month over 5 years. Shouldn't be a problem. And I'm like, actually, dude, that makes a lot of sense. I drove off the lot with the Dodge Stealth. 2 years later, 3 years later, 2 years later, there was a snowy night in St. Paul, Minnesota. Snowing, I'll never forget. Snowing like the Dickens, whatever that means. And I hear this meep, 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 meep outside like a truck backing up. It was backing up to tow my Dodge Stealth away because I had made a payment in like 3 months because I didn't have any money. I'd lost my job and things happened. And I was a young, stupid kid and my car got repossessed. And obviously not only did my car get repossessed in St. Paul, Minnesota in the middle of winter, but also I had to recover for a long time from that repossession for it to fall off my credit. Why am I talking about this? Because this is what I think the Kings have been guilty of doing. And what I think we as a fan base are guilty. Jaylen Brown is the Dodge Stealth, okay? And he is amazing. And he's going to do some great things if he came to Sacramento. But ultimately, it's not the responsible, disciplined move. It's a shorter term. He's going to be 30 in October. It's a shorter term move that's going to give us some immediate gratification. And maybe a girl or two that wouldn't have talked to us before, we might have a little bit of fun. But 3 years later, we're in St. Paul, Minnesota, getting our team repossessed because we suck, and we're trading Jaylen Brown for pennies on the dollar, and we're starting all over again. These are not the moves, in my opinion, the Kings need to make. It's drafting and bringing in young talent and following that blueprint like Perry did with the Knicks in the beginning.
I agree.
I love Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
I love Jaylen Brown.
I still think he's even underrated, honestly.
I couldn't agree with you more. He is a two-way stud. He would instantly be a top 5 all-time Sacramento King. The moment he stepped on the floor, not the right move long-term for this franchise. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
The A's and Giants began a 3-game series today in San Francisco. This could end up being the last time they meet as Northern California rivals. What are your thoughts on that, and what is the best moment between the two teams?
I can tell you what the worst moment is.
What's that?
Well, I'll give you 2 worst moments. I'll give you the overall worst moment, and then I'll give you the I'm a Giants fan worst moment. I'm not doing a bit here now. Overall, the worst moment. When I think of the A's and Giants playing, I think of the earthquake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that, without a doubt, that's let me.
It's just so iconic.
Exactly.
It's historic.
I would say this. I'm very comfortable saying that moment involving the A's and Giants is actually the worst moment in the history of any 2 baseball teams playing ever. So we'll put that aside. That's off field. That's obvious. But as a Giants fan, I will tell you, as much as this is a Giants town, and A's fan, relax. It's always been a Giants town. I'm not saying this as a Giants fan. I'm saying this because we've looked at we see the numbers. A lot of people see the numbers in this business when it comes to TV ratings, when it comes to radio, which we carried them, when it comes to just interest overall, when it comes to the what are those called that we pay for in the focus groups and the research.
Yeah.
When we go out there and it's like, well, what are you here to listen? Or which would you rather? It's like 80% Giants to 20% A's. Now, granted, that was, I think the last time I saw one of those was about a year before the Athletics came here. But this has always been a Giants town. That being said, I'm going to flip it now. But it's the A's that smoked the Giants in that World Series. They swept them. And as a Giants fan, remember, there weren't those 3 titles back then. There were none of those titles in San Francisco. And me as a kid, growing up obsessed with the Giants, and starting with Chili Davis and 103 lost seasons, and then getting Will Clark out of Mississippi State, getting Robbie Thompson, Mike Krukow, then Billy Swift and Matt Williams and Jose Uribe, R.I.P., and Bob Brenly and Bob Melvin. And anyways, I go on and on and on. Scotty Garrels. I will forever, because of my age, that is the golden era of the San Francisco Giants for me. And Roger Craig coming in and winning the NL West in 1987, but then, that's where it stopped. And then 89, the Giants were great that year. Then one of the maybe my favorite series in baseball history of any team was Giants-Cubs 1989. That was the Will Clark Game 1 Grand Slam in which off of Greg Maddux, which is why players cover their mouths now when they talk on the field, because Will admitted he read their lips on the mound, knew exactly where the pitch was coming. If you don't know this, if you weren't alive back then, the Mark Grace versus Will Clark competition in the NLCS was ridiculous, and I don't think 2 players, certainly not the opposing positions, have ever hit that. They were both unconscious. Will was just slightly more unconscious. Now you're going in, you got the Bay Bridge series, you're going in to face the A's. Again, earthquake aside, which is impossible to do because it's far more important, but the A's just slapped the Giants completely around. So even though this is a Giants town, even though we can talk about that all day long, when it counted, the Athletics kicked the hell out of the Giants, and that's what I remember.
Yeah, now we've experienced this. Do you think, as a Niner fan, did you have a rivalry with the Raiders at all, or no? I mean, they didn't play all the time.
No, and I've said it before. It's always weird for me because Oakland Children's Hospital saved my life, and in the reunions, I would meet a lot of Raiders because it was there. So I had a soft spot. So
no animosity,
but no real animosity. I had a lot more animosity towards Raider fan, than I did towards the Raiders franchise.
Yeah, and why I'm asking is because now we have witnessed the Raiders leave. They're in Vegas. They actually play the Niners this year, but it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel the same as, there's now, since interleagues happened for years, we always get Giants and A's every year.
Yeah.
And I guess we'd get it again if they're in Vegas, but
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
You're still going to get some of it.
Yeah, but in theory, this could be the last one if there really is the lockout next year and the A's move. I mean, that's kind of bizarre.
It is. And it is. And I think the lockout's happening. I mean, we all do. It's an interesting rivalry, but it's a rivalry that, even though it's funny, it's like the A's have lost the battle of the Bay when it comes to hearts and minds, but when it comes to the war of who's the more successful franchise, I think the A's do it.
Yeah, and I know. Well, you were pretty young when that series happened, but old enough to. I just can't imagine. I was still in. It was my last year down in Southern California before coming up here. I just wonder what it was like.
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it. What was coming
up here? To have the Giants and the A's in the World Series.
Massive.
Yeah.
We were the epicenter of the sports world.
Yeah.
It was amazing. My mom was down there during the earthquake and that whole thing. And I still remember to this day. I remember exactly where I was. I remember exactly what I was doing. I was on a big, giant red pillow in our living room. And I remember I found out the earthquake happened. When I first knew there was an earthquake was when my sister said, David, look at the light. And we had this hangy light over the dining room table, like a 70s looking, whatever. And the light was just going ring, ring. And then we looked outside in the little pool we had, the water's coming out like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I never felt it. I still to this day have never felt I've never felt an earthquake I'm born and raised here. I don't want to either.
Yeah.
Never felt it. And then
what's fun is getting an earthquake when you're up here.
What do you mean?
Upstairs?
Upstairs?
Yeah.
Have you felt one up
here?
Yeah,
I felt one in this building.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's
kind of felt like, you know how every once in a while like a semi will come by and it kind of like shakes? It was like that, but for like 20 seconds.
God, I'm not trying to put this out here, but doesn't this seem like the type of building that would have an issue with an earthquake?
Every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
We would have been fine.
Thanks for that.
Number 3.
Question 3.
Linda Cohn announced that she will be retiring soon. She has done more SportsCenter than anyone. When you think of SportsCenter, who comes to the top of your mind?
When I think of SportsCenter, the very first thing that comes to my mind is The Big Show, which was Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann.
Paul White, WWE?
No, the other one. Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann were must-see TV on SportsCenter, and Craig Kilborn, people forget, was phenomenal.
So funny.
The late night show host?
No. Before that, even Kilby was a staple on SportsCenter. Look, obviously, Linda Cohn is. Here's the biggest compliment I can give to Linda Cohn. When I think of Linda Cohn and SportsCenter and ESPN, I literally can't think of a Linda Cohn moment. I can't. I've been trying. I know there are. I just can't think of one. But, and again, this is the biggest compliment I can give her. It's like I also don't think about the wood and rebar underneath my feet when I walk around my house. Yet without it, I would fall through the floor. Like Linda Cohn, when I think of Linda Cohn, I think of ESPN. When I think of ESPN, I think of Linda Cohn. Chris Berman, and understandably so, gets all the love. Linda Cohn has been been working there since 1992. 92! Like, that's insane, especially in this business where everybody has a half-life. So when whether it's her, Tom Mees, Jim Lee, Chris Fowler, all that. But for me, the Mount Rushmore of SportsCenter is Patrick Kilborn, Olbermann, and probably Berman.
Yeah. I think in the early days, Berman for sure, and some of those other guys you mentioned, Tom Mees. I think of definitely Stuart Scott, Charlie Steiner.
Oh, God, I forgot about Steiner. Jeez, no, you're right.
So many people, honestly, but just
what broke?
What's that?
The Charlie Steiner clip where you can't stop laughing.
Oh,
Francis.
That was Carl Lewis's national anthem.
There's just so many, and now honestly, I mean, it's transformed. Like, I think Scott Van Pelt's just absolutely incredible.
You're absolutely right.
I think he's really, really good. I just love his style. He's when he does like opinion piece, he's just so good. But yeah, so many memories, and for her, that's just. I think one thing I saw a quote from her yesterday. Just she's so proud that she's done this so long, and she was one of the pioneers that. Now there's been so many women since her that it's not.
Yeah.
It's like nobody even blinks an eye that I think there's a woman or sometimes two women hosting sport. It's like, okay, let's go.
But she was such a trailblazer.
Absolutely.
And I'm old enough, and you are too, to remember the whole I can't stand her voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've moved past that. I hope.
Maybe that's the second biggest compliment I could give her, and you kind of just did that. Until you just started talking about it, and it's obviously a huge part of there is nowhere in my mind when we're talking about Linda Cohn and SportsCenter where I was like, wow, she's a really good female reporter.
Right.
She just
knows
one of the folks.
Yeah, exactly.
And gender has, although it's a big part of her story because of the ceiling she helped break.
Yep.
She's not like, she's good for a girl.
Right.
No, she's just fantastic no matter which way. I wonder what she's going to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you going to do, Linda? What else is out there?
Maybe nothing.
Maybe not. Maybe just retire.
Let's
go to Greece or something. Yeah, all right. We'll take a break.
She's put in the work.
I thought of Greece because here's Giannis Antetokounmpo. We're going to talk about him next. He's going to Miami. Why does Miami always seem to do this? We'll discuss that, the trade, and more next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Join Sactown Sports this Thursday from 2 to 4 at Echo Park Automotive Sacramento and meet NASCAR legend Michael Waltrip, who's in town for the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway this weekend.
It's time for your Sactown Soccer Report. Powered by Sac Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District.
This week's key matches include Jordan versus Algeria, England versus Ghana, Switzerland versus Canada, Turkey versus USA, Norway versus France, and Panama versus England.
In soccer, defense wins championships. At home, defense stops mosquitoes. Train standing water. That's your backline. Dress with sleeves and defend with repellent. That's your keeper. Keep your doors and screens tight. That's your shutout. Sac Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District. More tips at fightthebite.net.
there. Also noticed that Alexi Lawless looks a lot like James Ham.
I saw that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good call. It's a very good call.
Also asked a question. This is a fun thread yesterday because I do enjoy the soccer, but I think it's fun to like put things in. I respect the Mexico, dude. I do respect the Mexico. So I was like, who would be the NBA comps, past and present, for Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pele, Beckham, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldinho, Erling Haaland, Roy Keane, Thierry Henry. It's interesting to see some of the comps people have had, Jordan, Harden. I think David Beckham's biggest comp was Steve Nash. And yesterday you mentioned it too. We're going to talk about Giannis in a second, but second time that you had Erling Haaland, Lionel Messi, and Kylian Mbappe all playing on the same day and all scoring 2 goals. And the amount of betting slips I saw yesterday where people were putting down like 250 and winning like 25 grand on that bet. And by the way, and tweeting copies of their betting slips out in the morning before the game. So, you figured it wasn't a scam. And I looked to see if it was edited or something, and it wasn't. But really impressive when the stars come out. And they have come out. And his guy,
big time.
Chris's guy, Erling Haaland. Yeah, I can't stand Manchester City, but I'm always very fair with that. He is a moose. He is. I enjoy watching him. Yeah. He is just a freaking moose. And I was watching these he's one of those guys, like his training videos, the things he does, like his diet, which consists of a lot of raw meat, which does not surprise me.
It's not raw.
Well, it looks raw to me.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there. Yeah. I mean, he looks like a damn Viking, dude.
Raw meat.
Raw meat. He's very, very. I don't understand how a guy that big can be that fast and that coordinated and athletic. It's a very rare combo that he has.
Helps when your mom's an Olympian.
Yeah, well, and I like
your
the
dad's
fact
a soccer player.
that a lot of people have seen, like it says on the when he plays for Man City, it says Holland, which is his last name, but now in the World Cup it says Bruce Holland, and that was his mother's last name, who doesn't get a lot of play, so he's got that going for him. But in the end, it's all fun and games till you play the U.S.
Right?
Yeah,
it's on.
Good luck, Erling. What kind of name is that? Hey, my name's Erling. It's like a T.
Eating raw meat.
Eating raw meat.
Why don't you say that to his face?
Nope. Giannis Antetokounmpo is heading to Miami. Hey, gotta call it out, by the way. This is going to go down as one of those where the superstar did go to the same conference.
Yeah.
I was talking yesterday. Rarely does that happen. It absolutely happened. It's one of those things, Jason, that's been rumored for so long that he was leaving. But you kind of mentioned Milwaukee fans earlier, and we were giving you crap like, oh, they won a title. But really, let's say that the 2002 Kings had won the NBA title. And then let's say that Chris Webber was 30% better than he even was. And then let's say in 2006, he got traded. It would be a dark day in Sacramento.
Yeah, all while for like a year or so, rumors to be traded, whether he wanted out or not, maybe not speaking on it, sometimes speaking on it. Then it's like, okay, and then they got to the point of no return. And it's still, it's their next step. It's the next phase. But, now Miami is going for it. That's for sure.
Jaylen Brown was part of that deal with Boston. You imagine there's going to be conversations about that around the league. I would start with Miami, though.
I really like their team.
I do too, and
I saw a lot of people right away like, yeah, but it's Giannis and who else? I'm like, they have three other All-Stars. Bam's an All-Star. Norm Powell was an All-Star last year. Wiggins is a one-time All-Star. I mean, they're not loaded with depth, but to me, honestly, like the look of it is a lot like the Knicks. Not the exact same layout, but the Knicks were like the starting five was as good as anybody in the league, and then it thins a little bit. I mean, it's not the exact same, but 4 All-Stars and Davion. And then I also think now with whatever they have left, there's going to be people that'll sign minimums to play for them.
I just had a massive, I am on the verge of vomiting right now. Not really.
Because?
Are we watching Davion Mitchell in the finals next year?
Oh, very possible. Yeah.
Can't
get any worse than
When
this
does
year.
it end? I mean, because the Spurs are probably going to. Now we're going to see. Is it going to be Fox versus Mitchell next every year? Every year now, it's going to be either an ex-Kings coach or an ex-Kings player that we traded or let go. I mean, we did trade. Let's be honest. We traded Davion Mitchell for some Pringles and some gummies, but not even gummy worms, like those dumb gummy sharks.
Are you kidding me? For Sasha?
Yeah, Sasha Vezenkov. That was amazing. It just occurred to me. I had not computed that yet since last night's trade. I had not computed that possibility that is now going to gnaw in my head like a brain worm, that we could be sitting here now going, okay, well, it was Mike Malone, and then wasn't there something with Dallas? Wasn't that a kid? No, that was just Luka.
Yeah.
And then now
Halliburton.
and then now it's Fox and Brown, and then next year it'll be Fox versus Davion.
You good?
But Brown's been the only one that's won, right?
So far. So that
might be the curse.
It'll be the Eastern.
If you played for the Kings and you're in the finals, you're not going to win.
Well, great. Well, yeah, but the coaches, there you go, Malone and Brown. It's going to be Halliburton versus Davion in the Eastern Conference Finals.
If Doug Christie wins the championship for the Seattle Sonics, I am going to lose my mind.
Oh, you mean he knows somehow he's coaching the Sonics?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. At that point, it's just
with Zach LaVine and Domantas
Sabonis. I'm just, oh God, I'm just tired.
Spencer
of that.
Haas on the bench.
Oh. Spencer Haas is his lead assistant. This is my house. So yeah, when you look at the Heat, as you said, Mitchell, Powell, Wiggins, Antetokounmpo, Bam,
Portis off the bench,
and they'll add. They still have Nikola Jovic.
Yep,
we talked about that yesterday,
and some other guys that they've used,
and some other guys. And like you said, they've got. Here's the thing with. I was talking to somebody last night. I was like, "What does Pat Riley always do?" Pat Riley, God dang it, Pat Riley.
You talking to your dad?
I know. I slipped into my dad there for a second. Hello. It's my look. All credit to Pat. All credit to Pat Riley. It doesn't suck to have your team in Miami.
True.
They all want to play it. Everybody wants to play. Even look, L.A. is endorsements and L.A. weather.
Mm-hmm.
New York is endorsements and the Mecca and blip, blip. San Francisco, meaning Golden State. You got, the tech corridor and investments and, whatever. But Giannis knows he can go from snowy-ass Milwaukee, which he loved. This is a kid that grew up in Greece, right? Amongst other places. Now he can go and do what he does every offseason anyways, which is, he's going to buy a house on Jupiter Island or one of those exclusive-y,
Can he afford it?
Who, Giannis? Well, that's the thing. Yeah. And his neighbors are, Shaq and Oprah and Mr. Beast or something.
Tiger.
And Tiger. And, Miami is built, or let me put it differently. Miami has parts of the surrounding areas that are just literally built for super celebrities. So now I play my games, and then I go home and I sit and overlook the ocean and get sun and play in the pool with my kids. Yeah. It's not a hard sell to get players to go to Miami. And Miami has a history of doing this, starting with Shaquille O'Neal, where, and not starting with Shaq, actually way before that, where they have no problems getting people to come play there.
Yeah, I've already saw someone report last night. Not report, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
Speculate would it make some sense for, we've heard about like a LeBron return to Cleveland, but what about a LeBron return to Miami? You'd have to take like the mid-level, which they have.
Oh, God. Wouldn't that be funny? He goes to Miami and teams up with Giannis.
Giannis and Bam. I mean, and it wouldn't cost them, it would cost them the mid-level, but other than that, or their exemption or whatever they have, something like that.
Not nice. Just when you think Miami is going to be mid.
Yep. And they've been mid, but not anymore.
And there's like radio shows and people in Miami that are like, yeah, these were the dark times.
It was so tough being an 8 seed.
It's been like
3 years since we've been in the finals.
We were in the finals. That was a tough 3 years. I didn't think we were going to make it. Yeah. Almost, we almost turned into a bunch of cannibals and had to kill the dog. And
almost had to become a Dolphins fan.
Right.
Marlins.
It's tough being a Miami sports fan. When we come back. All right, well, what does this do to the league, though? What are the other dominoes with the Giannis move out? What is Boston going to do with Jaylen Brown? And, by the way, Julius Randle was traded. And we'll get into some of these other things next.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
Steve Miller Band brought you the Joker. And now Carmichael Dave is here to introduce you to the Sipper.
I'm a sipper, not a dipper. I need that
He's
shirt.
A big sipper.
I need that shirt.
Some ranch.
Yeah,
Sipping on
he
some
drinks
ranch.
his ranch.
I do drink my ranch.
Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-881-8686. That's 800-881-8686. 800-881-8686.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on. This is the season for more. Check out Toyota's 21 hybrid and electrified models. Score deals on the 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid and 51 MPG Camry. Get 0% APR on all Toyota EVs like the new CHR. Or get 0% APR plus $1,500 finance cash on BZ. Don't miss Toyota's 4th of July sales event. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers in 6/30/26.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Most golfers practice their swing, but ignore the body swing in the club. We help golfers move better, get stronger, reduce pain, build power, and play longer. Join us for a free trial week and see how golf-specific training can help you support your body and your game. Try a class, meet the team, and find a right program for your goals. Call 916-802-5175 or visit golffitnesssolutions.com. Golf Fitness Solutions. Move better, feel better, play better.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Skeeter here, my card. Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. I never met a Culex terrasalis I didn't want to smack. That's Latin for mosquito. Hey, it's time again to fight the bite. Time to protect yourself from West Nile virus by applying insect repellent. Once a week, drain stagnant water and report dirty green swimming pools. Ew. They're breeding grounds.
The Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite.
My card never gets old.
For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Join Kayla in Sactown Sports this Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. at Cal Expo as the world's best skateboarders, BMX riders, and Moto X athletes take over Cal Expo June 26th through the 28th. Tickets at xgames.com.
Draft Day, previewing the first-round options for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Have you been following this golf thing this morning?
No.
At all? I'm trying to understand it. It made a statement about changes coming in 2028, but...
Oh, with the ball?
Okay, so the headlines here, the PGA Tour is introducing a two-track system called Championship, which is track 1, and Challenger, which is track 2.
Okay.
Number of players retaining their tour cards will move to 90. I don't know what it is now, so... The Tour Championship will switch to a match play format at rotating venues. So I think, wasn't it in Atlanta every year, I think?
It might in there, yeah.
Sponsor exemptions eliminated to create a more merit-based system. What does that mean? Track 1, or the championship, will consist of 23 to 24 events offering purses of $20 million and fields of 120 players. The top 90 on the season-long points list will keep their status for the following season, while 20 players will be promoted from track 2, which is to be known as the Challenger, and consist of 20 events with purses of $4 million. They're introducing promotion and relegation, which I shouldn't say that. The PGA Tour it's been Korn Ferry and they've had, but now they're breaking up the main tour into almost a promotion relegation format. That's crazy. The championship shifts to match play, but I'm unclear now as to what, as it is right now, it staggers itself based on your points going into the Tour Championship. So somebody will start out with a big lead or whatever. I don't know how that would work or if that would even happen in match play. And if it's match play in the Tour Championship, then what's the point of being the points lead? I need clarity on that. And if a player gets hot during the season, they can work their way into the championship series. Anyway, it's draft day. We'll get into more of that whenever, but big changes apparently on tap for the PGA Tour. Let's get back to let's check in on our chat line real quick. We haven't said hello to them. Hello everybody, and thank you and love you. Some people don't think things are going to work out for Miami.
Really?
I don't know why. I disagree with that, but hey.
Did you like what Milwaukee got?
I think Milwaukee got what they needed to get. Look, Milwaukee's, I don't think they're going to be super competitive next year, but this Kings fans, not that De'Aaron Fox was Giannis Antetokounmpo, but we're all nodding our heads going, that's how you kick off a rebuild.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the road.
Yeah, Giannis won a title in the finals.
That's the road I would have taken as much as Jaylen Brown's obviously the best player they would have received.
Of course.
And future Boston first-round picks. I'm like, yeah. I think they got – it's the rebuild. You said it. Now, Tyler Hero's been an all-star. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is a really good player. They don't have Giannis. They don't have an MVP, but maybe some of those guys develop, and what do those picks ultimately become? So today, Miami got the better deal. I think there's not even any question. But what is it over the long term? And that's what you got to wait and see.
Well, this goes back to the conversation we had about – this goes back to the conversation we had earlier today about Jaylen Brown and the short term and how that would help in the short term, but you're not eating your vegetables. Bobby Portis is on a player option. He's $14 million this year, a player option for next year. So Milwaukee gets out of that money, but it was negligible.
Yeah. And I'm sure Giannis will sign the extension.
I wouldn't. Yeah. What if he didn't?
Man,
that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero's a good player. Kel'el Ware is a good young player. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Whatever.
Hey,
sorry, he's a good player. Jack Achonis is. I don't even know anything about him, so I'm not going to lie. Do you know anything about him?
Not a ton.
Not really. But here's where it is: 3 first-round picks, including number 13 today. 1 pick swap and a second-round pick. Those first-rounders in 31 and 33 going from the Heat to Milwaukee are unprotected. And then there's a pick swap in 2030 as well. So basically, the Bucks will control the Heat's draft or former draft in 3 years. I don't know if that pick swap in 4 years is going to come to fruition or not. But what's interesting is you're talking about for unprotected first-round picks in 5 years and then 7 years down the line. That could be incredibly interesting for Milwaukee.
Yeah, and this goes back just on a bigger scale for the draft and lottery reform. I don't like the protections anymore based on, hey, you can't pick in the top 5. I just think they need to get rid of that, but that's if they're keeping this lottery formula the way they're doing going forward. But it is what it is now, and Miami's going for it more. Milwaukee, even tonight, having 10 and 13, that's a nice start to additions on what's a good draft to go with the players you picked up. Look, it's going to hurt losing Giannis, no doubt, but they got some young players now, adding some more, and we'll see where they go.
Well, and now, they just updated it because I just looked and it hadn't been updated. They literally
remember Kuzma didn't go.
Yeah, interesting. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, it's true.
But we talked about this yesterday. Ryan Rollins is a good young player, and he emerged for them last year. Now you've got Rollins and Hero, Jaquez, as your 3.
Still have Miles Turner, right?
Yeah, they still got Miles Turner at center. I was just looking at the Kuzma thing and thinking, well, that tells me. Let me see here. That tells me I would imagine then. Well, let me look at my own draft sheet here. I would imagine Jason Ross. That means that the Bucks, not necessarily, because they're going to be in best player available, but right in that area is Morez, what's his face with Michigan, Yaxel Lendeborg and Hannes Steinbach, who are both power forward types. If Ahmet drops down there as well, I would imagine Kareem Lopez is a 6'9", 3'4". That seems to be the range those guys will go in. I imagine that's where the Bucks will go. They're going to need some. You're not getting a Giannis replacement, obviously, but they're going to. I don't think you want to go into the year with Kuzma at the 4, and that's assuming Kuzma's going to be there. I like what. I think they got the right deal. As I understand it, the Bucks owner, and when I say I understand it from reading, not my sources. The Bucks owner actually, in the rare occurrence of an owner interfering and probably being smart about it, he was weighing more towards the Miami side because he didn't want to deal with the uncertainty of Jaylen Brown and Jaylen re-signing and doing. They had already dealt with that with Giannis for years. I think they want that. Losing Giannis, that's a huge orbit, but also the drama has now gone.
Yeah,
for all that, they don't want to deal with that. Now they got a bunch of young guys that hopefully want to do something.
Yeah, and it's this is one of those big kind of league moves to see what else it becomes. What's the reaction to, look, the defending champs are now in New York. Boston's still one of the favorites. You got other teams, Indiana, expecting to be back up there. And the East is, I felt like it's gotten better year after year. They have the champions there now. And the top part, like that top 6 to 7 is actually really good in the East.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's going to be a fun, and they got the defending champs.
Yeah.
As we go to break, Jason in the chat has been asking this. Do the Kings go after Jaylen Brown or John Morant? We addressed the Jaylen Brown thing earlier. I don't think that makes sense. And then I would just say if they go after John Morant, Zach LaVine better be involved in that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised on that one. But,
I would too.
I just don't feel like that's what – back to the shortcuts. Like, again, he's still young, still a good player. I just don't think that's the direction they're trying to go.
Today is the draft, Jason Ross.
It's today.
Bob Gerald's going to join us at 9 a.m. to talk specifically about that. We've got your coverage wall-to-wall, wire-to-wire, not just us, but, of course, Matt and Kayla in the middays, Whitey and Allen in the afternoons. We will, of course, be efforting to get the player himself and or players, along with Scott Perry this week, next week, as the partner with the Kings. We should be able to procure those for you. Coming up next, though, we'll go through the history of the number 7. And, by the way, the history of all 27 of their lottery picks. That is depressing as hell.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to come up with an exercise, see if we can pick a starting 5. It's rough. It's rough from this list.
Hey. Oh, that's a great exercise. That's like legs. It's like necessary, but you don't want to do it. Okay. Gym rats out there, you know, guys, getting swole. We'll do that next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Sunny skies and temperatures starting out in the upper 50s this morning, but climbing into the low 90s later this afternoon. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Struggling to find your perfect Ram truck? Look no further. Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland has the best selection of hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. And right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s. Your new Ram is waiting at HobletDodge.com.
$14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $10,500 dealer discount. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit for eligible upfit, $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade-in. 10 of the net savings, see dealer for details.
NASCAR legend Michael Waltrip is coming to Echo Park Automotive Sacramento this Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. Get there early to meet Michael and celebrate Echo Park's sponsorship of A.J. Allmendinger's number 16 Chevrolet at Sunday's Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway. 10 pairs of race tickets are up for grabs in a live drawing, plus score an autographed A.J. Allmendinger hero card. And while you're there, browse Echo Park's huge inventory. Get the new car feel without the new car price. This Thursday, 2 to 4.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get in
an injury, just call Gingery.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-881-8686. That's 800-881-8686. 800-881-8686.
Sacramento Kings return to Golden One Center this July for the 8th annual California Classic, presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings, with the 7th pick in the draft, will host the Golden State Warriors, Brooklyn Nets, and the Milwaukee Bucks on July 4th, 5th, and 6th. 3-day general admission passes start at just $50. Come see some NBA rookies, second-year players, and other athletes vying for spots on NBA and G League rosters. Visit kings.com/California Classic for more information and to buy your tickets today.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Remember earlier when we were talking about Chris Haynes and Giannis and everyone's yammering about Kalshi and the betting sites and all that? I completely forgot. This will help. Giannis is an investor in Kalshi.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Giannis trade, Jaylen Brown said this on his Twitch stream yesterday.
I'm somewhat grateful because I get to see some negativity that I didn't want, but that just gives more fuel to the fire. I get to see some, comments or takes that I didn't even care to see, but it just gives me more fuel to the fire. So all the people that's doubting me, that want me to do this or want me gone or whatever, you turning me into a monster.
Turning me into a monster, he said. Interesting. Real quick, John Calipari, the coach of Arkansas. By the way, it won't be Coach Cal, but efforting a Arkansas coach for tomorrow should the Kings draft Darius Acuff. Hopefully that will. I'm throwing that out in the ether just to see if that works. He was on with Colin Cowherd yesterday, and he said this about Darius Acuff.
I think Darius Acuff will go in that league and average 18-8 minimum. 18-8.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
The reason I'm saying it, because he is a terrific passer.
Yeah.
Way faster than people give him credit. His toe was hurt. Let me give you this story. Darius walked in. We just lost to Alabama. I had 4 guys fouled out of the game. I'm playing with 2 guys in the last overtime that hadn't played all year. He's trying to will us to win. His foot is so bad. He scores 49. We come back. He's sitting at this desk or at this couch. My desk is right there. And I said, listen, you should take the next game off. He was in a boot. Take the next game off. We were playing Missouri at home. He looks at me and he said, do you know we lost? And he got up and left. Like, I'm not sitting out. We just lost a game. You don't want that? What? You don't want a guy that he's going to give you everything he has? A great teammate. All the stuff we all hear stuff. I got a couple guys on my team. You heard this and that. I'm around these kids. All they want to do is get better.
Now, listen, love Coach Cal. A Calipari guard is generally going to be a good guard in the NBA. There's a great history there. That being said, before people go out and get their Darius Acuff tattoos, just please keep in mind that anytime you have somebody's coach doing interviews about them, that is a very, very normal thing in this business. And they're never going to come out and be like, well, he's going to struggle on defense and this and this and that. Think of a coach talking about a player much like an agent would talk about a player. And just to give you a side note on Calipari, when we went out and visited University of Kentucky when Cousins was here, we got to go through.
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
Going to Kentucky is a flex.
Going to the University of Kentucky.
Is a flex?
Yeah, and talking with Coach Cal and Cousins.
Yeah. I didn't even get to that part.
Oh, he knows where it's going.
But we got a tour from Coach Cal.
Oh,
There's the flex. So we're in his office, and we go through the practice facility and all that first. And there is a big framed, like, quadruple human-sized poster on the wall of the practice facilities you walk in. And it's got, like, all these, like, Anthony Davis, Cousins, all the great Kentucky players that have gone on to the NBA, right? And underneath it said something like $1.6 billion and counting. Like, whereas players would walk in there and see how much money in the NBA Calipari guys have made, it's part of the recruiting process.
Sure.
So, again, I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to attack John Calipari's ethics or morals. That's not the point. I'm saying all coaches, that is part of the process. That's part of the recruiting pitch. Other players are watching him do this media tour right now going, I want to play for a guy like that. He's going to get me paid in a year or two. So and I'm not saying what he's saying about Acuff is wrong. Just understand the source and where it comes from, and he ain't exactly going to go in on Darius Acuff.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and they're pretty glowing of what he did have to say, though, at least at that moment. Thinks he's going to be a great pro, and if he's a king, let's hope so. Let's go.
Hope
because they could use that.
My goodness, 28th lottery pick tonight.
And I might have even been off one. It might be 29.
Really?
Which is just first and foremost, entirely way too many times in the lottery. For the amount of years they've been here, 41 years.
Yeah, sadly, it's like, I wonder how many. Like, how many times have the Lakers been in the lottery or the Celtics been in the lottery?
Well, and a lot of times they're getting, like, Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
If I have this right, and maybe you can look over it quickly, I think they have drafted and on this team 2 All-Stars as Kings.
Cousins. Fox.
Yeah. Like, Halliburton became one, but not as a king.
20.
That's pretty rough.
7 lottery players, and 2 of them were all-stars in Sacramento. It's almost like you could have literally thrown a dart at the lottery board and done as good or better.
And they have one first-round pick. Well, like number 1 overall, but there's 2s and 4s and 3s, 6s. Like, they're all over the lottery here.
All right, so since they're all-stars, I love your exercise here. What's the best team?
Yeah, and I think the one I did miss is, because it's technically drafted in the Kings position, even if they traded later that day. So Zach Collins also. They took Fox, they took Collins, but then that turned into Giles and Justin Jackson.
Well, there were a couple of weird ones, too. They weren't in the lottery, but like, what was it? Like Dan Dickow.
Oh, yeah. Those
that were
20s.
first-round picks.
Yeah.
Maxime Provence.
Yeah,
Prosper,
like Kevin Martin.
Yeah.
There was here's the run. Look, like, where did I realize it? It was from Jay Will to Spencer Hawes is how long the gap was in the lottery. So Jay Will was 99, but then Spencer Hawes is 09, I think?
Yeah.
And then it's just, from that point on, they've been heavy in the lottery.
The funny thing is that they're incredibly guard heavy when it comes to the best of the best. Because I'll tell you right now, my backcourt is Fox and Halliburton. My center is Cousins. But then it's like, I think Lionel Simmons.
Yeah, I've checked 9 players as potential starting 5. Jesus. But that's a stretch.
I mean, all right, let me see if I forgot anyone.
4, 5, 6.
And I'm stretching here. I mean, I'm putting Halliburton as a 2. And I'm putting Simmons as a 4.
Maybe you have to play 3 guards and put Jay Will in there.
Fox, Halliburton, Keegan.
Leap for Kareem.
Lionel Simmons and DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, the other possible candidates I have is I checked Mark. Brian Grant was a good king. I mean, not all-star. Corliss won a 6-man, but on a different team.
Jason Thompson.
Tyreek. Those are the other guys that I put on there.
Just so you guys.
It's so thin.
Just so you know how terrible this is. Like, it is all, again.
Like, when it's written out, it looks really bad.
And by the way, this is no, we should say this. This is no offense or disrespect to any of these gentlemen who, many of them had fine careers, and even if they didn't, we're not trying to dunk on them. It's more about where the Kings were drafting and what they got out of that pick ultimately is way below the market, to say the least. Here are research done by Jason Ross. Hat tip, Jason. They're lottery picks. Everybody get ready, and if you're driving, maybe pull over.
Brace yourself. I'm driving.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, sales event going on right now at home. Joe Klein, Kenny Smith. Hey, remember when we got Purvis Ellison #1 in our 3rd year of existence? It was like, oh, we're going to get the #1 pick every few years.
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
Purvis Ellison, Lionel Simmons, Billy Owens, the Wizard, Walt Williams, Bobby Hurley, Brian Grant, Corliss Williamson, Tariq Abdul-Wahed, Jason Williams.
There we go.
Spencer Hawes, Jason Thompson, Tyreek Evans, DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay, from Cousins, this next batch is the killer.
Jesus. And isn't I'll bet you the average pick is either pick 5 or pick 6.
Yeah, I think go ahead. I think I'll try to remember the number if you say them.
Bismack Biyombo
was 7.
Thomas Robinson
5.
Ben McLemore
7.
Dang, like the Thomas Robinson draft, what really sucks about that is Lillard was picked before him.
I thought Lillard was after him. Oh,
what?
I see. Oh, boy, did I.
Yeah, they didn't have a chance to get him.
Why did I do that? Nick Stauskas,
I think, was 8.
Willie Cauley-Stein was also 8, wasn't he?
6, I believe.
Oh, was he 6? Jeez. Marquise Chris.
8 as well. Then it got a little better.
But right there.
That many years of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row of just, Biyombo and Chris were dealt, but the other guys just
basically
didn't get extended contracts here.
They had an average of it was 6.9, but let's call it they averaged the 7th pick in all those drafts.
No all-stars, no franchise players, no real stars at all.
Think Ben McLemore. I know Ben McLemore was the first under the new regime, the Pete D'Alessandro regime, I believe.
Correct.
So you go McLemore, Stauskas, Willie Cauley-Stein, Marquise Chris.
Then it gets better.
I just honestly, I would rather somebody vomit on my face while I'm yawning than go through that again. That's just so disgusting. That got you? Yes. That's so bad. McLemore, Stauskas, Cauley-Stein, and Marquise Chris.
Anything else you'd rather have happen? Because that was a good one.
I would rather wake up every morning and lie on my back in frog position and have somebody wax my grundle than go through that. I would rather try to pass a bowling ball every morning at 7:30 and have it be stuck right at the apex than deal with that.
That's a 7-10 split.
I would rather take this paper and have you paper cut in between all 10 of my fingers than do that.
Okay. I think I got it. You had me at Grundle.
I think I would rather tie an American flag named out of ham to my schwanz and then go running naked in a dog park.
The dog park.
At the dog park.
Then go through this. So you get my point.
Yeah, okay. Well, we lived it. It got better, though, after that.
De'Aaron Fox.
There we go.
Fox. Marvin Bagley.
Yeah.
You know, what really sucks is that could have been Fox, Doncic, and then, I don't know, it's easy to say then Halliburton, but I don't think the Kings would have been picking there.
Yeah, or 3 guards in a row like that. But, and it's not even that it wasn't Luka, even though everybody says it wasn't Luka. It's
if we would have drafted Luka, we could have traded him for nothing.
It's almost anyone else. Jaren Jackson Jr., Trae Young, SGA.
Brian Windhorst said, and I don't necessarily I think he's being hyperbolic, but he said that the Trae Young draft or the Trae Young contract,
the new one,
is instantly one of the worst contracts in the NBA. He said that the moment that contract got signed, probably the only way they could trade it is if they attached the number 1 pick to it. Wow. Now, hyperbole or no, that is why teams like the Wizards continue to be terrible.
Unless they win, right? Like
one of my best defenses I heard of that was like, well, they could have given him more, but they didn't.
He opted out of what's now less money than what he got.
I mean, he's a fun player that's going to give you numbers.
Yeah.
Just look at Atlanta with him on and off the floor this year.
We can't do anything with Bradley Beal. We got to get rid of him. So let's do the same and pay a bunch to Trae Young.
What could be behind door number 3? It could be Bradley Beal. It is Bradley Beal.
Just in a different shape and form and size.
To your point, Jason, Luka Doncic at number 3, Jaren Jackson at number 4, Trae Young at number 5.
Mikal Bridges.
Doncic and Young have both been both All-Stars and All-NBA. Yeah. The next 3 picks after Bagley have all been All-Stars. Oh, and then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 11. I mean, you got
Michael Porter Jr.
Who
they like. Jalen Brunson in the second round. Not that they would have done that there.
Right, and I get it. Like, I get it. You know, it's like even the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander pick. Like, I don't even, or Mikal Bridges. That was 10 and 11. That wasn't realistic. You could have put you could have put Bagley, Doncic, Jackson, and Trae Young in a hat and just picked out of the hat. And no matter you had a 75% chance of doing better.
Yeah, I mean that's the classic redraft. It's a good draft, and you go Ayton and Bagley. Where do they drop to? Obviously, I think Luka or SGA's 1 or whatever 1, 2. Probably Young, Jackson or Jackson Young, Bridges, both Bridges.
Well, do they go ahead of Brunson?
Oh, good point. It's probably, you redo it, I bet it would be, if you gave all the general managers, I think it would be Luka 1. I think.
Okay.
But it might be SGA.
And
then it may be Brunson 3. But even like I saw Gary Trent Jr., I see Mitchell Robinson in the second round. Simons. Is that Simons?
Anthony Simons, yeah. Anthony Simons, Time Lord, Robert Williams. I mean, these aren't all-stars, but Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, Gary Trent Jr., Bruce Brown.
Yeah, it's a pretty good draft. And then where you go.
Shemezi Metu.
Like everybody said Ayton was 1. Like that was not really even debated. But when the Kings, we knew they got 2. There was a lot of talk about Luka. There was talk about Bagley. It wasn't like Bagley came out of nowhere. It just, that's what the Kings did.
Let me ask you, you know what I'll have to look at this later. I think the real not fun exercise on this would be, does Marvin Bagley go in the first
round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think so?
I think so.
How many are in the first round here? 30.
Yeah. There's not 30.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, Marvin's still playing. Again, I'm not trying to defend him
as
the second pick by any means, but he's got a career. He's still playing. He's, I look at like Mo Bamba, Kevin Knox.
Well, let's put it this way. I would say let's start with the second round.
Okay.
Brunson would go in the first. Mitchell Robinson would go in the first. Gary Trent would go in the first. I think Bruce Brown will go in the first.
Melton might.
Matt too?
No.
Yeah. He's a champion. Okay, so that's 5. So we got to find 5 guys that will go ahead of Bagley. All right. I think, or Bagley would go ahead of. Bagley wouldn't go ahead of Ayton. I think he'd go ahead of Bamba.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1. I think he'd go ahead of Kevin Knox.
Yep.
Jerome Robinson.
Yeah, I think he's out of the league.
Yeah. Troy Brown Jr.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys that.
Zaire Smith.
Yeah.
Lonnie Walker the 4th.
Hey, there's Herter.
Chandler Hutchins. Okay, yeah.
There's guys that just.
He'd be in the late 20s. Mid to late 20s, probably. Landry Shamet. God, Shamet.
Huh?
All right. Let's go to our friend Dwayne. Dwayne, good morning. Welcome in. You're on with Dave and Jason. Hello.
Hey, what's up? Good morning. What's up with the homies?
What's up?
Dwayne.
What is up with the homies?
What is up?
It's draft day.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot going on with the Devers thing and draft day. I'm having a good day today so far, but I wanted to touch base with the homies. A couple things before I get to the take. Wow, Dave, you really don't want to go through that again. That's for sure.
No. No, I would like to not ever do that again, Dwayne. That was terrible.
No. You made that pretty clear. And also, man, got to realize that the bad business in Sacramento has to stop now before they lose the team. They messed up this draft already before it started. They won some meaningless games at the end of last year to basically cost them a chance at the top 4 when they had it a lock. They had a grasp on the top 4, and they lost it by winning some games that didn't matter at all. So I'm going to stick to what I said. I think the best thing the Kings can do is trade up. Package Keegan and the 7th pick to try to get Caleb Wilson because he'll transform the franchise.
Will not, Dwayne, I got to stop you because I love you. There's a better chance of me starting at the 5 for the Kings than the Bulls taking that deal for 2 reasons. Number 1, Keegan's contract kicks in next year. Number 2, he doesn't have that value, and you're basically asking them to trade Caleb Wilson for Keegan and his contract along with whoever they get at 7. I'm just saying that would 100% not do it. There's no way you would get the 4 off the Bulls without including future first-round draft capital.
I think you're right. So I'm just, wishful thinking on that one.
Yeah.
But I also like trading back. And then you can get some of the length that you need and maybe more like role players who know what they need to do when they get in the game. But I think the worst thing you can do is stay at 7, man. You cannot stay at 7. You got to make some moves. You got a lot of moves to make. Like Jason said yesterday, there's a lot of stuff to do. You can get a lot of it done today if you have the wherewithal and the balls to do it, right? So, but I do also realize that you need a guard. You got to get a guard. I looked at the free agents, not inspiring. So what you got to do is get a veteran point guard in a trade. You got to do it through the
FCC violation. Let me speak to him. Thank you, Dwayne. Let me speak to something he did say though. And this is when we were talking earlier about changing the way that the team thinks, right? Let's say the best player available was not a guard in Scott Perry's thought, or he traded down. When Dwayne says something like you need a guard, my first response, my first knee-jerk response is why? Why? Why do you? Because they don't have a good starting guard next year. So,
yeah.
What are you trying to make the playoffs? You need good young players at any position. I don't. Again, and this isn't even about the lottery. The lottery reform. I don't put any stock in wins or losses next year. I do not. I know that's easy for me to say to some people. The worst thing this team could do is be worried about wins and losses next year. It's get the cap clear when you can, draft correctly, acquire young talent when and where you can. To me, everything else is secondary.
Yeah.
And if that means they go out with Devin Carter as a starting point, I don't care. Fine.
Right.
Bring back Russ and Devin and go for it. Just develop everybody else.
Yeah, and when Dwayne talked about trading back, I mean, if you feel the right deal is there, I'm not in love with that for this option. If this draft really is, according to some, in that 8 to 9 range deep of difference makers,
right?
And I know we just did the exercise of 27 draft picks the Kings have had in the lottery, and they haven't worked that well. But don't you think when they drafted Fox or Cousins, they were better off than maybe moving back and getting two pretty good players?
Yes.
You have a better chance of getting better, I think, with a difference-making lottery pick. Now, they haven't done it enough,
right?
But they have another chance at that tonight.
And we got a break here. Look, Jason, to underline your point, I think it's unfortunate that Zach Collins was taken in that spot because I'll give you an example. Zach Collins was taken at 10, which the Kings originally had. They traded that pick for, I think, 15 and 20, which became Harry Giles and Justin Jackson.
Right.
Now, imagine and I think Mitchell went 12th to 13th.
Yeah, it could have been Donovan Mitchell and Fox.
Imagine Donovan Mitchell at 10, but you trade that pick and you get Giles and you get Jackson. I understand the thinking, but yes, you're much better. I would rather have 1, 8, 9, or 10 than 2 6s or 7s.
Right.
And by the way, neither of those guys were 6s and 7s.
Yeah.
Shut up with the 6-7 thing. We'll take a break. When we come back, what should we do? Let's go back through NBA news. We'll continue on the draft. I want your draft calls as well at 1-800-920-1140. Who do you think they'll draft? Who do you want to have them draft? And other thoughts as well. We want some fan reaction, which we rarely ask for. But today is the day. We'll talk about it next.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Hi, how can I help?
Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Feel the force at Star Wars Night with the Sacramento River Cats. Join us at Sutter Health Park on Saturday, July 11th for themed fun, costumes, and summertime baseball under the lights. It's one of the most popular nights of the season. Get your tickets now at rivercats.com.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
Catch every soccer tournament match live on the big screens at Super Taco. Join Sactown Sports 1140 for the ultimate viewing parties. Win official jerseys, gift cards, and epic merchandise while enjoying great food. Bring your friends, wear your colors, and catch the action. Super Taco. Great food, great fun. See you there.
Remember the days of real country music? Now you can get your favorite classic country every day on 105.1 HD3 The Ranch. Listen to The Ranch on the free KNCI app or anytime at 105.1 HD3.
You can buy golf clubs anywhere, but buy clubs that fit the shelf instead of your swing. That's why Hagen Oaks offers total game fitting. TrackMan dials in your driver and irons. Ping's Ballnemic Ball Fitter finds your perfect golf ball. Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio helps you roll it true. And FootJoy's 3D foot scanner matches you with balance and stability. Whether you're a beginner or accomplished, your best game starts with the right fit. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Better fit, more fun. Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026 is taking on Cal Expo this summer. Catch live music performances and more than 100 top skate, BMX, and Moto X athletes compete. June 26th through June 28th. Get your tickets now at xgames.com.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 55, Major Merger. The 49ers join the NFL.
The San Francisco 49ers joined the NFL in 1950, following the collapse of the All-American Football Conference, where they had been a charter member since 1946. As one of the AAFC's strongest teams with a record of 39 wins, 15 losses, and 2 ties, the 49ers were absorbed into the NFL along with the Cleveland Browns and the original Baltimore Colts. The 49ers would struggle in year 1 in the NFL, but over time they would find their way and become one of the most decorated teams in NFL history.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140.
It's NBA Draft Day. Previewing the first round options for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
It's NBA Draft Day.
Let's go.
Let's freaking go. Oh, Jason, it's draft day. It's silly season. Can I be silly for a second?
Sure.
I'd like to be silly. We got people thinking. I thought of a potential trade for the Sacramento Kings.
Okay.
Because this is interesting now. I would like to propose a trade. Kyle Kuzma to the Sacramento Kings. Now keep in mind he makes about $20 million. He isn't expiring. For Malik Monk, who makes about the same, the numbers work, and he has a player option for next year. But wait, there's more. The Kings send, with Malik Monk, the number 7 pick in the 2026 NBA draft in exchange for the number 10 and the number 13. There are reports that the Bucks are interested in Darius Acuff. Now, we've talked before about the Oklahoma City Thunder's 12 and 17 in a trade down situation, but with the Giannis Antetokounmpo development, the Bucks now hold 10 and 13, which is obviously more attractive than the 12 and 17. The Kings get off of an extra year of Malik Monk's salary. Look, I'm not here to talk up Kyle Kuzma, but you can plug him in where Precious played if you don't bring him back or play them both. And now you've got a Keegan, Hunter, Kuzma, probably Precious on a team-friendly deal to go with. As of now, Sabonis or Ray, no, but Sabonis talks have now been heating up with Giannis traded. So you can start to see you're not taking on any extra money. You're actually ridding yourself of a year of extra money. And if you do move Sabonis for no or less money included, yeah.
Okay.
But I am being told right now, because I've been checking in with some league sources here. As of right now, the Sacramento Kings are comfortable drafting at 7. A starting point guard will be available. That is from league sources.
Okay.
Where the Kings are currently at right now in their thinking.
So, and like who says no? The premise of what you're saying, there's some things to make me think, but why I would say no is back to what we just ended the last segment with. I believe, and this would be where I'd go to the Kings, Scott Perry and the draft experts, and they think there is a tier and it's around 8 to 9 players. Mm-hmm. And there's a drop. Doesn't mean, history would suggest that players after that will become better than advertised. But as of today, I believe they think that's where the cutoff is, around 8 or 9. So if you get to 10 and, what'd you say, 13?
10 and 13.
I think you're running a risk of getting outside of like more of an impact player. And I just think, again, they're not solving this team's issues with this pick, but you are hoping that you are getting a difference-making player with this pick. Mm-hmm. And an area of need is point guard. You don't draft for need, but it also lines up, whether that's Flemings, whether that's Acuff, whether that's Brown, whether that's Wagler. Like, they're going to have a choice, I would say, of 2 of those guys.
Yes.
And if you go back, I would almost guarantee they're gone. And
yes.
I don't think that's the spot they want to be in. It's not a bad idea. I just don't think the charm of that is to save the money for 1 year. But again, that's also not solving all of your issues either.
No, it's not. That's an accoutrement. That's a cherry on top. To visualize it real quick, and then we'll get to Donald and the rest of your phone calls at 1-800-912-1140. I agree with you. I in the sense that I think Wagler, Mikael Brown, Acuff, and Flemings and Burries will most likely be gone by 10. Most likely, all those guys will be gone by 10. And I imagine that's right around where the draft board cuts off into a tier 2. So let me try to visualize this just to see if it shakes you at all. If you would, in fact, be trading Monk, a year of Monk for one less year of Kuzma, and then you would get 2 of the following: Nate Ament, Kareem Lopez, perhaps Ade Morrow, although I think he might jump into the top 10, Hannes Steinbach, Morez Johnson Jr., Cameron Carr, Yaxel Lendeborg. Now, Phelan Jr. and a bunch of other guys are still available. But so if I were to say to you, all right, Jason, what if it was Cam Carr and Yaxel Lendeborg for Acuff? What if it was Nate Ament and Hannes Steinbach or Ademara? And now you have your front court of the future, or Kareem Lopez. I hear you.
Yeah, I mean I would go again on the scouts and the experts if they feel like there's not that large of a gap. My hunch is telling me that there is.
Yeah.
And to me, the way I look at the Kings offseason, if they just pick at 7 and get someone that they like, it's good offseason. If the bigger priority to me still maintains it's Levine and Sabonis, and if they can somehow, some way move one or both, then they've had a great offseason. I mean, I know it's contingent on what comes back, but.
Well, again, just to recap as we go to break, and this happened while we were going. I'm told, and I'll read it directly from league sources. The Kings, as of right now, are comfortable drafting at 7. A starting point guard in their mind will be available.
Yep.
So I think that does. First off, they're comfortable at drafting at 7. It's nice it's interesting to be reassured of that, but I think we knew that.
Yeah.
I think what is very interesting about that is their belief is a starting. That kind of narrows down the whole. Would they jump up and grab? Would they would they break mold and grab a Mara, grab an Ament, grab? Now, it sounds like kind of like what we've all been talking about the whole time, that barring, and by the way, things literally could have changed between 5 minutes ago and now, but it sounds like Darius Acuff, Kingston Flemings, Mikael Brown, or I'm forgetting a fourth, maybe Keaton Wagler, who I would put not last in ranking, but last in likelihood, because I think he'll go above. I think in that order, probably one of those guys is going to be the newest Sacramento King later tonight, with the heavy favorite on Acuff. Yep. I think the only way Acuff is not the guy
is if he's gone.
I think if Acuff's available at 7, they're taking Acuff. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not? We'll go streaking before we get to Bobby Gerald to kick off the final hour, hoopobsession.com. And Donald, I see you on hold. If you hold through the break, we'll lead off with you next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
NASCAR legend Michael Waltrip is coming to Echo Park Automotive Sacramento this Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. Get there early to meet Michael and celebrate Echo Park's sponsorship of A.J. Allmendinger's number 16 Chevrolet at Sunday's Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway. 10 pairs of race tickets are up for grabs in a live drawing, plus score an autographed A.J. Allmendinger hero card. And while you're there, browse Echo Park's huge inventory. Get the new car feel without the new car price. This Thursday, 2 to 4.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion. Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
Erling Braut Holland.
Oh, God.
He scored 2 goals yesterday.
Yeah,
in
so did Messi.
Norway's win.
So did Mbappe.
In his first World Cup game, he also scored 2 goals. He is averaging 2 goals a game, which, look at the records, the most ever in World Cup history.
Yeah, how many games has he played in the World Cup?
2.
Okay. You know, Messi broke the record yesterday, all-time leading World Cup scorer.
Which I don't think is going to last long.
No, I don't either. In his 6th World Cup, by the way. The stars are out. Meanwhile, Ronaldo's like, I'm a star too. I love it. Hot takes on soccer. Well, if that's who's hot, who's not?
Yeah, who's not?
Yeah, who's not? Yeah, who's not, Chris?
StubHub.
StubHub.
If you have been looking on social media throughout the last day, you will see reply after reply of fans who bought World Cup tickets who don't have World Cup tickets and are not getting any answers.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not good, dude. Yeah. StubHub not hot.
Not hot.
We have breaking news in the National Basketball Association.
When it breaks,
We have it first.
it's Sactown Sports breaking news.
You got it in front of you, Jason.
I do. Your fear of Davion Mitchell maybe being in the finals next year, right? Kings related. Well, an ex-Kings assistant coach.
Here we go.
Is now the new head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. They are hiring Minnesota Timberwolves lead assistant Micah Nori.
Hey, love Micah Nori.
Good for him. He's been rumored and been interviewed multiple times at different jobs, but he's going to be the next coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, a young, talented team.
By the way, we love Micah Nori.
Yeah, he's pretty far removed from being.
Yeah, no, for sure. That'd be like he would be the coaching equivalent of what's his face? Went to Miami, went to Lebanon, went to Miami. We drafted him in the Cousins draft. Why am I blanking?
Whiteside?
Yeah, he'd be the Hassan Whiteside of coaches.
Yeah.
Also, and again, we love Micah. Happy for Micah. Love this. I said for Micah. That big of a step up from Thiago Splitter. I mean,
I don't know what they're doing over there.
I don't know what they're doing.
But good for him.
Good. No, for real. Super good for him.
reals.
For reals. Donald has promised. Good morning. Welcome in. Thank you for holding.
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen. I think the Kings have been wedded to Darius Acuff for a while now, and I'm not sure how we got here. If memory serves me, I went into the tournament looking at Darius Acuff and hearing, if I can remember, that he was connected to the Sacramento Kings. And that has been constant through the lottery. Even when we fell down to 7, he's connected through the draft process, the meetings. How do we get here? Is that a Scott Perry thing? Is that an Acuff thing, an agent thing, a natural order of the draft? I mean, I like the player. I think, and if Scott Perry thinks that that's his guy, then you do not move off of that. You stick with that and don't trade that pick.
No,
I just want to know how we got here.
No, good question. I think it's a combination of all that stuff. First off, you had the revelation that, first off, Kings need a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, that's right around the range he's going to go. Thirdly, he's a dynamic offensive player. Fourth, Scott Perry coaches dad, so there's that connection there. Fifth, you have the rumors that his camp wants to that has been connected for a long time. Now, again, generally when things are connected like that for that long publicly, they don't happen. Giannis to Miami is a recent example of it happening. The Ron Artest trade from Indiana to Sacramento, that was one that happened. But we'll see if it ends up, all this for everyone's going to get settled on Acuff, and then the Nets pick him.
Right.
And it wouldn't. By the way, don't sleep on this either. If the Nets or somebody else were to draft Acuff, I do very much. It would not. By the way, this is not sourced information. This is just Dave talking out of his ass. I wouldn't be shocked if Acuff were picked prior to 7. If Scott Perry doesn't have. He might have something in the backyard there where if Acuff is gone, then maybe he pivots for the 10 and 13.
Yeah, or you might see with the 7th pick, Sacramento takes this, and then later you go, there's been a trade, and the Kings picked somebody for someone else, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think Acuff has been the guy basically once they found out they were picking 7 that felt like about a range where he would be.
Yeah,
I think they like him. There's a lot of things to like. There's he's not a perfect player. There's some flaws too, but it seems like this is an area once the first 4 seem to have been established, it still feels like what happens at 5? Do the Clippers keep that pick? What do they do? Do they trade that pick? Who wants to get up there and make things and shake up the draft? That's where it feels like it starts to me at 5 today.
According to Brian Windhorst, the Boston Celtics are likely to move off of Jaylen Brown if a first-round pick is involved in the trade.
Okay.
So I hate to go back to this, but hey, I'm going to go back to it here, Jason. Just because I think here, I'm assuming Boston has a pick this year. I could be assuming incorrectly. Obviously, it would be late in the first round. Let me just check because I got to scroll down. Blue. Let's see. Mavericks, Cavs, Timberwolves. Okay, the Celtics have 27. This would work. The Boston Celtics trade Jaylen Brown and the 27 to the Sacramento Kings for the number 7 and Zach LaVine. Now, Brian Windhorst is doing a lot of heavy lifting here with the whole if a first-round pick is involved. I've got to believe the 7 is an attractive thing for them. Plus, they get off. You've got Zach LaVine's salary expiring after this season. Jaylen Brown does not expire at all after this season. As a matter of fact, Jaylen Brown will make $57 million next year, 61 the year after, 65 the year after that. We talked about how that just doesn't fit the timeline, but we love Jaylen Brown. So the question becomes, part of it is, and I understand where people would, I'm trying to think this through in my head, and I'm going, okay, dude, the odds of the Sacramento Kings getting anything remotely as good as Jaylen Brown with the number 7 pick in the draft are slim. I mean, look, maybe Darius Acuff will be better or whoever they pick.
Yeah.
But if you're betting, there's like a 95% chance whoever they, and we just went through the history of the Kings picking. There is a like 98% chance that whomever the Kings pick at 7 will be nowhere near as good as Jaylen Brown. The problem is it's not just It's also whoever they pick at number 7 is not only going to be about 8 years younger than Jaylen Brown, but is also going to make about $47 million less than Jaylen Brown next year. And over the course of the next 3 years, Jaylen Brown is making right around $180 million. Whoever the Kings take at number 7 over the next 3 years is going to make around 35 to 40.
Yeah, I think both sides say no to that one.
Yeah.
Because Boston, look, they were so close, allegedly, to getting Giannis. Like, they're trying to refine and get to a championship level. They are that close right now. And, I mean, getting Zach LaVine and, let's say, Flemings or Acuff, that's a step down. It just is.
Yeah.
It is. In the moment, it might be better longer term, maybe. And then the Kings, I don't see why they would do that. I just don't. Brown would be the best player in the whole thing, but it just doesn't seem to. That feels back to that shortcut spot. So,
yeah, it does. We'll take a break. I just want us to be good.
Well, we all do.
Remember,
you wanted to lose. You wanted to be in this spot. Here's where they are.
Here we are.
Got to do the right steps now.
I just want to talk to a draft expert.
We got one.
Who?
Bobby G.
When?
Next.
Oh, right here on Sactown Sports.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
Steve Miller Band brought you The Joker. And now Carmichael Dave is here to introduce you to The Sipper.
I'm a sipper, not a dipper. I need that shirt.
Big sipper.
I need that shirt.
Some ranch.
Yeah,
Sipping on
He
some
drinks his
ranch.
ranch.
I do drink my ranch.
Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Typically, a high handicapper carries an index of 20 or more. Golf Monthly's Barry Plummer offers 4 tips if you're tired of that high handicap. First, choose the right equipment. Invest in a 5-wood, which is more forgiving than a 3-wood or 3 hybrid. It's a much better option for getting the ball in the air. Second, play for bogey on par 5s. Break the longer holes into manageable chunks, perhaps aiming to hit the green with 4 easy swings while also navigating away from the trouble along the way. 3, leave the sand wedge in the bag for chipping. Up and down percentages are almost twice as good when chipping a 9-iron over a sand wedge, and 3.5 times better with the putter. And finally, stop leaving your putts short. A 20 handicapper leaves 55% of their missed putts short of the hole. Give yourself a chance with every attempt and don't leave another putt short. Try these simple tips and let's see whether your handicap starts to come down. And have some fun out there. That'll help too. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Gas prices got you down? Now is the time to save at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. When you save up to $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab. With over 600 Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings after factory incentive and dealer discounts. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit for eligible upfit, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance on eligible trade-in, 500 Hoblet business owner bonus for verified business owners, and 9,500 dealer discount. 10th is net savings. See dealer for details.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
It's NBA Draft Day. Previewing the first-round options for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
It's NBA Draft Day. Previewing the first-round options for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
It's NBA Draft Day. And who better to join us and give us the scoop? And also, so I can bounce my stupid trade ideas off. The one, the only Bob Gerald of hoopobsession.com. I always like to point out the spelling. That's hoop, like as in roop. Duh.
Okay.
And obsession, OBSESSION. Bob, it's Dave and Jason. Welcome back. Good morning.
What's going on, guys?
I don't know if you heard. It's draft day. It's kind of exciting.
It is.
Yeah. It's kind of exciting. You know, Kings. Jason put this list together, Bobby.
Don't read that to him.
He's been here. He's
been
here with okay. 27 lottery picks over the years. 28th tonight. Here's your 27. Joe Klein, Kenny Smith, Purvis Ellison, Lionel Simmons, Billy Owens, Walt Williams, Bobby Hurley, Brian Grant, Corliss Williamson, Tariq Abdul-Wahid, Jason Williams, Spencer Hawes, Jason Thompson, Tyreek Evans, DeMarcus Cousins, Bismack Biyombo, Thomas Robinson, Ben McLemore, Nick Stauskas, Willie Cauley-Stein, Marquise Chris, dear Lord, De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, Keegan Murray, and Devin Carter. I think it's safe to say you're the draft expert, not me. More misses than hits in there, Bob.
Yeah, I'd say so. Where was Big Papa in that list?
Did I omit Papagiannis?
Maybe that was you said. Maybe you had missed one.
Yeah. It was Papagiannis and maybe even Zach Collins. I might have missed a couple in there. How did I miss that?
Big Papa was 13th.
So that's a lottery pick.
Who could forget old Papagiannis?
Yeah, some of their better picks.
Now, to be fair, like some of the guys who went right after Big Papa haven't exactly set the world on fire either. I mean, so it's like Henry Ellenson and Malik Beasley.
Denzel Valentine, I think.
Valentine, Juan Hernan Gomez. Yeah.
Also, though, to be fair, book's not closed on Papa yet.
That's true. He's
possible
doing okay.
Future Hall of Famer.
Yes, possible.
We don't know.
It's possible.
He's still young.
Yeah.
But later in that draft, though, to also be fair, there was Pascal Siakam who went 27th.
Yeah.
There was Ivica Zubac who went 32nd. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
All signs point to Darius Acuff, if he's available, going to the Sacramento Kings today with the 7th pick. Do you? And we just checked in with the league and the folks surrounding Kings. It sounds like the Kings are comfortable at 7 as of right now, and are looking for their starting point guard of the future. They believe one will be available. Are you buying into Acuff to the Kings?
Yeah, I think I told you guys before, I like all these guards that are in this draft. I really do. For me, I narrowed it down really to Kingston Flemings and Acuff. If it was me, I would go Kingston Flemings. But that's just for the record. But again, that's only because you have to put one in front of the other, and I think they're both really good. And I actually do on my board have it Kingston Flemings, then Adimar, then Acuff. So that's the way I would go. And it sounds like Kingston's probably going to be there at 7. So again, that would be my pick, but I'm not mad at all about Darius Acuff if that is the pick. We've talked a lot about him, but for the fans out there who, might be tuning in today just because it's draft day and you've heard a lot about Acuff, to reassure you a little bit, he's a really self-assured, confident, right-handed point guard with great speed. He played when he was hurt this year. He has a tremendous handle and the ability to score or set up his players. He was the SEC Player of the Year. He's 6'2", but he has a 6'7" wingspan, and that fits right in line with point guards in the NBA as far as wingspan is concerned, 6'7". Now, Acuff is not a good defender, and mostly it's what he did off the ball. I think, again, as we've talked before, people think defense is just what you do on the ball when you guard your man. And I think even Darius Acuff in interviews, the interview he did with Draymond Green, he kind of admitted that, if there's the opposing point guard, I want to guard him. Don't put me in the corner guarding a 3-point shooter. I want to guard the point guard. And that's admirable. But the reality is, if you're not a great defender, and he's not, because he doesn't give a lot of second efforts and his technique is bad off the ball, you're not going to be against the best point guard. I mean, if you're playing Steph Curry, I would imagine that DeAndre Hunter is going to get that assignment. Maybe Keegan Murray's going to get that assignment. Maybe there's a player that we don't even know about yet that'll be on the roster that might have a better chance of slowing down a point guard. So Acuff's going to have to get over being stubborn about that. And hopefully he will, but he has an excellent change of pace dribble. He can lull his defenders to sleep and then quickly rise up for a pull-up jumper. He could set up teammates, but also have a huge scoring night for himself. So as bad as he was defensively, he was still 8th in box score plus minus in the SEC. He's a good player. And I think he has the potential to be a top tier NBA point guard.
Talking with Bob Gerald, hoopobsession.com. When you go to that site too, you'll see stuff about current players, kind of where they rank. And then certainly, Bob, your rank for the draft. And I think what's interesting when you look at it, it's not your mock draft per se, but it's how you rank the players. You have Caleb Wilson 1, which is different than others. But I do want to go back to kind of the guard part. So we think the Kings will have some choices here. So kind of what is your separation with, I think you have Flemings 5, Acuff 7, Wagler 9, and Brown 10. What's the separation and how did you get to those rankings for those 4 guards?
Again, I like them all. I think that, as you study these guys, you just pick up on things. And for me with Kingston Flemings, it's just the entire package, how he's I think he's a true point guard, whereas Acuff is a little bit more of a scoring point guard. And again, I'm not saying that I don't like Acuff. It's just that for me, it would be Kingston Flemings as far as his ability to get a piece of the paint, what he wants to do to set up teammates, how he interacts with his teammates, all of the above. And I think he's a better defender. I think he's more in tune and more alert. I just think that for what you need long-term, Kingston Flemings is a guy that you could draft, and he might be on your team. Hopefully it would be such a home run. He'd be a lifer on your team. And with Acuff, as Dave mentioned the last time I was on, Dave, you were saying, are we going to get a few years down the road and then be like, okay, this guy's great on offense, but it's not working. I do worry about that a little bit, but what if you could have had a situation like the Portland Trailblazers where you had Damian Lillard and you got to experience all the fun of, the games he won and all the great things he did. I don't want to put the cart ahead of the, how does that one go, Dave?
The horse. Cart ahead of the horse. Cart before the horse.
Yeah, cart before the horse. So I don't want to do that. I'll be happy if it's Acuff, and I'll be a fan and we'll watch him cook. I mean, this guy can really score. There's no question about it, and he sets up his teammates. And it's been something the Kings have needed, obviously, since Fox has been gone.
Bob Gerald of hoopobsession.com joining us. Knowing you were coming on today, I thought I'd have some fun. I asked ChatGPT to rank of the players that ChatGPT thinks will be available at 7. And by the way, Chat believes that Acuff is by far the favorite to go to the Kings. Okay. So that was the test question. So of the players that ChatGPT believes will be available when the Kings pick at 7, rank them as, the question was, who will have the best NBA career. So they took into account size, athleticism, defensive versatility, youth, and room to grow offensively. Here's the rankings. And, Bobby, I just want to see how much you disagree. Number 6, LeBaron Phelan Jr. Wow. Number 5, Adi Mera. Number 4, Kareem Lopez. Number 3, Darius Acuff Jr. Number 2, Mikael Brown Jr. And number 1, Jaden Quaintance.
Oh.
Yeah, that got me too, which I understand the injury and the potential and all that. I get Harry Giles vibes, and I know that's irresponsible of me, but how did ChatGPT do in your opinion, Bobby?
That would be a fail. ChatGPT needs to get some lessons from Claude.
Who is the player, though? If I were to ask you, every year we go over the players that, whether it's a Shea Gilgeous at 11 or wherever he was, or for Jokic in the second. Is there a player lingering in the 15 to 30 range that you go, man, I'm tempted to put him up there and I'm going to remember this down the road, but this is the guy I think could end up. The guy between 15 and 30, if I were to tell you, one of these guys is going to end up being a top 5 player in the draft. Is there one of those that stick out to you?
Possibly Dalen Swain, for his versatility. And then I'm an unabashed fan of Ibuka Okori from Stanford, a point guard who also has a 6'7" and 3/4 wingspan and led the ACC in scoring. I think he's someone that, if things did go sideways or the Kings traded back or something like that, I think you could get pretty good value out of Ibuka Okori from Stanford. There's some scoring guys. Cameron Carr, I think, is probably going to be able to score. Not wild about the rest of his game. LeBaron Philon really is talented. He's ChatGPT might be onto something there a little bit, but he's really kind of skinny, and I just worry about his size and the defensive. Like, you talk about a guy who's indifferent about defense. That Acuff at least, I think, in theory, in his own mind, thinks that he's playing defense. He's in for a rude awakening. But LeBaron Philon just doesn't show an interest at all in playing defense. So I'm going to rule him out. The analytical darling is Alan Graves from Santa Clara, but I just couldn't get there with the eye test. And maybe I'll end up being wrong. I remember when Şengün, his draft, the numbers and the math and everything said Şengün actually probably should have been the first pick of that draft. But I just couldn't get there, and watching him from the eye test, didn't love the length, didn't love, and probably he certainly should have gone higher in the draft. But Alan Graves is one who's interesting from Santa Clara, a 6'8" power forward with a 7-foot wingspan. That he just doesn't pop athletically, but he did a lot of things really good. But I mean, this is a guy who's in the West Coast Conference who came off the bench. You know what I mean? And so are you really going to put him in the lottery? I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. He smells like an Oklahoma City player.
Talk with Bob Gerald. Bob, I know context in this next question is everything, but I wouldn't have the context of it. So I'm going to just ask it this way. If you're the Kings and you're at 7, the way they're scheduled to be, would it be worthwhile to trade up, stay where they are, or go back? And obviously, I don't know what those trades would be, and that would be the factor in it. But just on the premise alone, worth getting into the top 4, staying right where they are, or going back to get a few more bites at the apple?
I'd probably just stay where you are. I think if you want to move up, obviously you're giving up something, and I just don't. The Kings need to protect their assets. You've been gifted with a generational draft. I really do believe that, as far as the guards are concerned. In a normal draft, I don't think you would have a chance to draft the Kingston Flemings or Darius Acuff with the 7th pick. I don't think they would last that long. So I would probably stay where I'm at. The things that interest me maybe a little bit is if you could move back, and if Mikel Brown Jr. slipped, or if I have some love for Morez Johnson out of Michigan, as a big, I love Mara, Dalen Swain. There's a few guys you could take a look at. Nate Ament, he could end up being a good player in this draft. It's hard to say, but I'm pretty sure I would just roll with the 7th pick. Yeah.
So don't trade if the Bucks come in offering 10 and 13. No.
Well, earlier, I think I heard you say Kyle Kuzma.
I was saying, I was trying to make it like, Kuzma, who expires.
I put up the big Ixnay on. I'm just not a Kuzma guy.
Me neither.
He's not my guy. Never has been. No. Probably never will be. Even expiring contract, all that stuff. There's just certain players I don't care for. That's like Charlotte. I hear the Charlotte package would involve Grant Williams and Josh Green, and those are just 2 players I have zero interest in. I think Grant Williams is a good teammate, and that's probably about where I'll stop with Grant Williams. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then Josh Green, just, good defender, tries hard and all that kind of stuff, but just doesn't have the offensive efficiency to my liking to ever really be a guy that I would want to play minutes.
Yeah, I know you follow the league in its entirety, not just everybody in college, but I they're not going to solve all their issues tonight with the 7th pick and even the 2 picks they get tomorrow if they keep all those. They got a lot of other issues. Just kind of as you observe this team, maybe the potential free agents or potential things they could do, what would be your kind of overview of how to kind of reshape this team? What would be an area you would attack?
Well, I would just say this. The one thing I'm skeptical of is people discounting Levine and Sabonis so much that they're just giving away. I understand the contract ramifications and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, we're talking about Domas Sabonis in any way. I don't care however you want to rank him. He's one of the 12 best centers in the NBA, and he needs to be respected as such. I think he's head and shoulders better than Maxime Reynaud as this day stands right now. I think Max has a chance to be a better offensive scorer at some point in his career. And I think Dylan Cardwell obviously is the best defender in that group. So I understand why there might be some reason for people to think, oh, we have Max and we have Dylan. But I think with both of those guys, you're talking about probably at this point right now in their career, you're talking about backups. I don't think either one of those guys, right, are starting NBA centers. And I think Domas, as again, we've talked about this so often, I just really wish he could embrace, trying to reinvent himself a little bit and play more of a 4. I guess he doesn't have interest in that. And for that reason, that's probably why if he leaves Sacramento or he's done here, it'll be for that reason. But also you need to get something good in return for Domas. You can't just give him away. And then the Levine thing, I hear a lot of people say, well, just tell him that you're not part of the plan or you're not going to play, even if you stay, if you opt in and all this and that. And it's like, well, why? You just totally kill any chance you would have to draft or to trade him probably at the deadline if you didn't play him. And he's better than Nick Clifford. I'm sorry. Nick Clifford is a better defender, but Zach LaVine, it's not even close with what Zach can do offensively. And there's a lot of hate for Zach LaVine in Sacramento. People think he's like one of the worst players ever, and he's not. He's a really, really gifted offensive player who in Chicago played with Vucevic as his anchor center, who isn't, he's not an anchor center. Then he comes here and plays with Sabonis as an anchor center. He's not an anchor center. I would like to see what Zach LaVine can do with a defensive center where basically your only job, Zach, is just to go out and get buckets and just, don't cost us on the defensive end. Hold your own, which I think he's probably capable of doing. So those are my basically 2 overriding thoughts. I wouldn't be in such a hurry to make this youth movement the biggest thing, because at some point, like the rules are changing, right? For the lottery and everything. And if you don't win enough games, you could be in big trouble. You don't want to be one of those last 3 or last 4 or something like that. Yeah. If you have the 3 worst record, then you're relegated to having your odds for the next lottery drop way down. And I wouldn't want to do that.
Bobby Gerald, hoopobsession.com, joining us. Bob, I want you to tell me, you're always honest, and I always love the pushback. It makes for a great conversation. Am I doing too much, lifting here with Scott Perry, who rolled into New York and was met with a team that was in salary cap hell? Carmelo Anthony, Kristaps Porzingis, on and on. Parts of deals he had to maneuverate, not a word on. In the process, you got Jalen Brunson from the Mavericks, who was a second rounder, who is, I think, just a tiny bit shorter and almost the same weight as a guy like Darius Acuff. When you look at the Kings and the similarities they have cap-wise and where they were at with the Knicks when Perry took over, is it too easy to say, okay, in Acuff, he's trying to get his Jalen Brunson, and then the idea after that is to throw Mitchell Robinson's and Mikal Bridges's and Josh Hart's and OG Anunoby's to basically create Brunson as the head of the snake with all the defensive guys. Oh, and by the way, a 7-footer who can hit threes behind him. Is it too much work I'm doing to think, well, maybe this is the same blueprint he's going to use for Sacramento with Acuff?
I don't know. I mean, I think that's a good blueprint. If you have a non-defender as a point guard like Brunson is, then yeah, the best thing you can do is have a front line that has advantages, and they did. If you look at Bridges, Anunoby, and Cat, each one of those guys has a plus advantage in wingspan. So they really help protect and hide some of the deficiencies defensively of Brunson. And Brunson tries hard. That's another thing, people, again, it confused defense. You really do sometimes have to get into the numbers to really see the full story. It's not about necessarily who tries hard. There are a lot of guys who try hard and really, like Isaiah Thomas, who was on the Kings, played his butt off defensively with a tough, as Jerry Reynolds would say, a tough little buckaroo, right? But he just had limitations. Like his arms are only so long. There's certain balls on the wing he's not going to get to. He's going to get posted up, even, no matter how hard he tries. So, get those advantages and get the length and try to do the best you can that way. I mean, my one thing with that analogy would be New York isn't Sacramento.
That's right.
Sacramento isn't New York, right?
Yes.
So I
much
think
cheaper to live here.
Yeah. And that's the only difference.
That's it.
Everybody wants to come to Sacramento and pay the California taxes.
That's right. Love it.
And play for the great franchise that the Sacramento Kings are.
Oldest franchise in the NBA,
legacy.
Jason. Oldest franchise in the NBA. I mean, there is something there. So,
how about because I know we're talking to you today. Today's the Kings pick at 7, assuming they stay there. Tomorrow, they've got a couple of picks. Can they do something where they get some guys that maybe end up on the roster or in the rotation with those second-round picks?
Okay, I lost you guys there for a second, but I think I heard the question. I am a fan of Trevon Brazile, who actually was Darius Acuff's teammate at Arkansas. So with that early second-round pick, I would like to see him be there. I thought he was actually, one of the reasons why Acuff had such a good assist to turnover ratio was he threw a lot of lob passes to Trevon Brazile. So Brazile is he's an interesting dude, man. When he first came into college, a little bit feisty, a little bit of an attitude, and I thought he calmed that kind of stuff down and started just playing basketball later in his career. But he can make 3-point shots and he can finish above the rim and he can defend. And that's a good combination. That's a nice little package to have. So I like him. I like Bruce Thornton from Ohio State. A little bit out of shape, looks a little tubby, doesn't look like a guy maybe you would love, but he's Ohio State's all-time leading scorer. And I think someone who really knows how to play basketball, you could put him in a game right now. I think head and shoulders better than a guy like Isaiah Stevens or, one of our two-way kind of fringe guys. I think he could be solid. I'm a fan, and this is me out on my own island here. I'm on Quadir Copeland Island from North Carolina State. I think he has the best vision of any of the point guards in the class. Anybody first round, second round, this guy sees the game in a different way. He makes spectacular passes. He's a taller version of now I'm not going to go Jay Will because Jay Will's like his passing, but I'm telling you, some of the passes this guy makes it's incredible. And then he's also has great size as a point guard to be able to play defense. So I like him. And I like UCLA's Tyler Bilodeau, a power forward who can make jump shots. He just is an accurate shooter. It's crazy how accurate this guy is. And Jay, as you know, when you play for Mick Cronin, you play a very deliberate, slow style of play. And I just think that Bilodeau's efficiency can rise in the NBA with kind of the free-flowing pace of the NBA. Now, he might be challenged defensively too, but this guy can really shoot.
Bottom line, as we part ways for the day, if the Sacramento Kings end up grabbing Darius Acuff in the first round today, as a Kings fan, are you happy?
Yeah, like I said, I'll roll with it. And again, it comes down to my kind of just overall feeling that if it was Kingston Fleming's Acuff, if it was Braden Burries, if it was Keaton Wagler, Mikel Brown, I don't think I'd be really mad either way. I prefer Kingston Fleming's, but I do think this is a really good draft, especially with the guards. You can definitely go 10 deep here. And then there's a consolation prize a little later with Abuka Corey. So there are good guards in this draft, and I will be, hopefully, God willing, everything good, I'll be cheering them on at the California Classic.
California Classic.
Yeah. Which actually, I'm excited because I get to do the color analyst stuff again with my dad.
Hey,
that's always really cool.
Yeah. You're going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting there, Bobby. The guy's kind of a rookie. and by the way, it's nice to have these conversations because Kings fans under 40, they don't remember the best of times with the Kings, but also with that came the draft analysis, and then Jeff would end up drafting Showman Luxembourg Jr. out of Bosnia, Turkey, and we would have never heard of him. And
then he would have been great.
Were you at the draft party, Bobby, when we were all chanting for everyone was chanting for John Wallace out of Syracuse, and they drafted Predrag Stojakovic?
I was the one who butchered the name. Actually, I was hosting that draft party that day at the arena. And I'm up there on the podium and introducing who I think it was Jerry or Jeff or somebody who was coming up to talk about him.
Yeah.
And the Kings pre-drag Stojakovic, right? That shows you, that was well before I started looking into drafts and stuff like that and learned that the J is not pronounced that way in European countries, right?
Paige and Hito gave us some issues.
Yes, for sure.
At first.
We want, what was it? It was John Wallace.
It was John Wallace.
Yes, it was.
And people were mad.
Yes, they were.
They were screaming, Wallace. Yeah. And then, you brought two cans of food. That got you into the draft party, and everyone left disappointed. Who the hell is this pre-drag kid?
Worked out
okay.
I think people wanted, God bless and rest in peace, Stacey King. But the Purvis Ellison draft, I think there were a lot of people who wanted Stacey King.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some times here.
Yes, we have. That's about
in the capital city.
It's about 120 years of combined Kings fandom on this phone call. Jeez,
right.
You're the best. Looking forward to hearing you with your dad at the California Classic, and obviously go to hoopobsession.com. Just fantastic analysis from the only Bob Gerald. Good luck. Have fun tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
Summer League rosters coming soon.
Yes,
a couple days after the draft, we'll start putting them up on Hoop Obsession.
Can't wait. See you, Bob. We'll be there.
Let's do it.
All right, that's Bobby Gerald. Why? Hey, here's a question. Why did I wish him good luck tonight? Is he drafting?
He's invested.
He's
in
invested.
It too.
Okay, all right, okay.
He's invested.
Because I've already done the thing with his dad where I called him Chief. Good luck, Bob. We'll take a break when we come back. What's on deck? And we'll give you a hint. A little bit of basketball draft. We got to go streaking.
Okay.
So get them clothes ready, and we've got World Cup and baseball as well. We'll do that next.
NBA Draft Day. Previewing the first-round options for the Sacramento
Patrick was
Kings.
way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Mark your calendars because MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026 is landing at Cal Expo June 26th through 28th. Witness nearly 100 of the world's best athletes compete in skate, BMX, and Moto X events and catch live music performances by global electronic music icon Cascade on Friday night and Grammy-winning producer and artist Mustard and electronic music producer and DJ Subtronics on Saturday night. Don't miss MoonPay X Games. Lock in your tickets now at xgames.com.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The stars align in West Sacramento as the A's go head-to-head with the Los Angeles Dodgers for a spectacular summer series starting Monday, June 29th. Celebrate the start of the holiday week with an action-packed series. Be there to witness one of the most highly anticipated matchups of the season. Get your tickets now at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
As we roll into summer, there's a new opportunity for you to get a new truck at a great monthly payment at Folsom Chevrolet. At Folsom Chevy, they're now offering 0% financing for 5 years on every new 2026 Silverado half-ton in stock. 0% financing on a 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, LT, RST, High Country, you name it. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit, $16.67 per 1,000 finance. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 7, 2026.
Join Sactown Sports this Thursday from 2 to 4 at Echo Park Automotive Sacramento and meet NASCAR legend Michael Waltrip, who's in town for the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway this weekend.
It's NBA Draft Day, previewing the first-round options for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey, welcome back. What's on deck tonight?
The draft, baby!
The draft. That starts at 5 p.
Not a fan, by the way, of 2 days.
Me neither.
It was the one draft that kind of fit in nicely in one day. I mean, there's still drama. I'll still watch it tomorrow, obviously. Kings have 2 picks, but the NBA draft to me was perfectly televised. It's a good amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
You're not waiting all day. Like as far as like the NFL draft takes forever.
Let's just go. Let's just make it an all-nighter, dude.
Sure.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
Well, either way, day one.
Yes.
And Washington's on the clock.
Yeah, and also don't take 5 minutes. Washington, you know who you're picking.
You know you're picking. Yeah. I do that.
Are they really last? That's the other part of the draft room. Like, hey, we got 7 calls for trade offers in the last 5 minutes. You can't decide in the last if you want to.
Can't do it. Do you agree the draft starts at pick 5?
I think so, unless something weird happened before that. But yeah, I think so.
We've also got baseball tonight.
A's and Giants.
A's and Giants. This one in San Francisco, Jason.
Yeah.
The A's are taking on the 31-46 Giants. Meanwhile, the Mariners are in Pittsburgh. 3:40 p.m. first pitch there. I say that because, listen, at the end of both these series, if things go right, Jason,
yeah,
the Athletics could have a 1.5 game lead. Wait.
If they swept and the Mariners got swept?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Hey, why not?
Dream big.
Dream big, I say.
Yeah.
And then we got World Cup action today.
Who's playing?
Well, we're going to start out in about 20 minutes, a little over that, with Portugal and Uzbekistan.
Where's that?
Uzbekistan. It's in between 3 other stands.
Oh.
It's like a bunch of stands. It's the Uz.
Oh, gotcha.
Uzbekistan.
Huge fans.
Huge fans of the show?
They're large?
Oh, they're stands.
Oh, huge stands.
Stands fans.
You could call it Becky Stan for short. Like Rebecca Stan.
My guy Kuznov plays for Uzbekistan.
Oh, okay.
Kyle Kuzmanov.
And kid I used to go to school with went to Uzbekistan.
A kid you used to go to school with?
Kid I used to go to school with was from Uzbekistan.
Oh, it's kind of an interesting. Hey,
yeah,
I'm from Uzbekistan.
Ooh,
they're not booing. They're oohing. Why was that off the air, dude? Like, what is he listening?
Maybe.
Maybe.
A lot of time on his hands.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's see what he can do. He's been. By the way, Messi is 5 goals ahead of him so far in the World Cup.
Yeah, all the other stars are scoring.
Right. At 1 p.m., live from Super Taco.
Oh, international soccer?
International soccer tournament. England versus Ghana.
Well, I would only go to Super Taco if Christopher Laud's going to be there.
Hey, guess what? I'm going to be there.
Oh, what?
And since I'm going to be there, and Jason just said that, Jason, are you going to be there?
I might have to now.
Wow, you might have to.
You know, I heard it's a great way to get out of an all-staff meeting.
It is, isn't it? Boop. I mean,
show bonding.
Like you're not doing anything wrong. You're supporting the station.
Yeah.
Some would even say it's better than going to the all-staff meeting.
I mean, look.
You wanted to go down that road.
I did, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
But listen.
You're not gonna?
They're going out of their way. I'm not gonna go down that road. They're going out of their way to do a nice barbecue and feed everybody and have like camaraderie. Really? Okay. You're called. JR, good morning.
Uzbekistan.
Nobody.
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. Yeah. Hey, quick shout out for Super Taco, my boy Diego. Coached him in a lot of sports. Not a boy. He's having the U.S. Yes.
Yeah.
Tell him. Hey, Chris, tell him. JR. He'll say, "Oh, that guy."
Dude, please,
hey, that's the same thing I say when someone brings up JR.
Please do it like that, though.
Yes.
Just go up to
He
Diego.
played football. He played college football.
Go to Diego and say JR, and just see what he does. That'd be great.
100%. He'll give you a free taco.
Super good.
Will it be a super taco?
Uzbekistan. Bye-bye.
It's like a grenade.
38 million people in Uzbekistan.
Oh.
And let's see. I know we got to go. Let's go ahead and run the streak.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking.
All right, we're trying to cook.
Tashkent is the by far largest city in Uzbekistan with 3 million people.
Tashkent?
Tashkent. Second, at 678,000 is Namangan. Namangan. I'm just trying to look for Nemanja. I'm trying to look for some sort of like, hey, here's a fun thing about Uzbekistan that you probably didn't know. How about this? January 14th, national holiday, Day of Defenders of the Motherland Day.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, let's go.
So Veterans Day?
I'm at 1. Dave's at 3. Chris is at 3. So let's see if we can get this thing going.
What's the difference in history person 441140? Why do some people call it the motherland and other people call it the fatherland? What is the difference? Why is one a motherland and the other like Mother Russia, but father, I don't know.
That depends on if there was a divorce.
Oh, it would be stepmotherland?
Single motherland.
It's always mean to you. It makes you clean the floors and you can't go to the dance. That's irrelevant. All right, back to you.
All right, I was at 1 trying to get to 2. I took Shohei Ohtani because Dave loves LA.
Yeah, because Dave loves LA.
He got up 4 times. He homered in his first appearance.
Oh.
Running an RBI, 1 for 4. So I'm at 2.
Shohei.
Chris was at 3 trying to get to 4. He's also on a home run streak. Well, sorry, Chris, that streak ended, but your hitting streak didn't. You went 2 for 3 with Otto Lopez.
That was great.
Otto.
Yeah. I don't have that, sorry.
Okay.
Otto Lopez. He's not Manuel Lopez.
So Chris is at 4. Dave was at 3 trying to get to 4. Oh, man. The Padres, Fernando Tatis, they won 1-0. They only got 4 hits. He got it 4 times. He got your hit.
Hey!
So look, as a show, we're at 10 now. 4 for Dave, 4 for Chris, 2 for me. Let's go. Now we're rolling.
Go, baby.
Who are you picking?
Give me Zach, not Gillon. Zach Geloff.
Get off me.
Get off of me. I'm starving.
Eat your food, Tina.
Get off of me. I'm starving. Yeah, eat your food, Tina.
I'm going to take Ben Rice of the New York Yankees.
Oh, not Ben Noodles.
It's late in the show.
It is. Sorry. Chrissy?
Not my Dan Alvarez.
Oh, your Dan Alvarez.
Dan.
Not our Dan Alvarez. We'll take a break.
Not Ben Noodles.
Ben Rice.
That's what he said.
Draft day, baby. When we come back, Matt, Kayla, celebrity birthdays. That's.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
Steve Miller Band brought you the Joker. And now Carmichael Dave is here to introduce you to the Sipper.
I'm a sipper, not a dipper. I need that shirt.
A big sipper.
I need that shirt.
Some ranch.
Yeah,
Sipping on some ranch.
I do drink my ranch.
Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with 1 dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Are you looking for a night out that actually delivers? Grab your friends and head to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. We've got cold drinks, great vibes, and live baseball all in one place. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. What's happening, Chad, for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
Right now, you can save up to $15,000 off MSRP on one of America's most popular trucks, the new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab. Plus, with an EPA estimated 22 mpg, you're going to save big at the pump.
That's so important, especially with the gas tax going up next month.
A new Ram could be what you need to cut your fuel costs long term. Plus, you'll enjoy best-in-class, luxurious cabin comfort in the most luxurious Ram 1500 ever. And with over 600 Rams available, you won't find a better selection of new Ram trucks in stock and ready for you to drive home today.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings after factory incentive and dealer discounts. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit for eligible upfit, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance on eligible trade-in, 500 Hoblet business owner bonus for verified business owners, and 9,500 dealer discount. 10 at this net savings. See dealer for details.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Sacramento Kings return to Golden One Center this July for the 8th annual California Classic, presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings, with the 7th pick in the draft, will host the Golden State Warriors, Brooklyn Nets, and the Milwaukee Bucks on July 4th, 5th, and 6th. 3-day general admission passes start at just $50. Come see some NBA rookies, second-year players, and other athletes vying for spots on NBA and G League rosters. Visit Kings.com/California Classic for more information and to buy your tickets today.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey, congratulations, Jason Ross. Jason Ross, is that today?
Today is my anniversary.
Happy
anniversary.
20th anniversary.
25th.
4th.
There you go. It's a big one.
25?
Yeah. That's crazy.
What do you, did you say crazy?
Kind of.
I think
yeah.
you did.
It is crazy.
What
It
is,
is crazy.
that's what cows say. Yeah, it's crazy. What are you doing anything? You know,
watching the draft.
Yeah, 25th anniversary
today.
Is this
oh my gosh.
Off air.
I know.
Is this one of those like today's our anniversary, we'll do something small, but then like our anniversary observed?
Wow, just going right after Jason, huh?
Yeah, we have a big trip later this summer.
Oh.
To
Europe.
Ooh, what part?
Not Europe. Europe.
Paris and Italy a little later this year.
Yeah. You know, with USA playing, like a lot of the USA and Australian guys were like mixing into the bathrooms. There was a guy that went in American and he came out Australian. You know what he was in the middle?
What?
European.
Oh, that's funny.
Because
it took me 1 second to get it. Those are the jokes I like.
Those are the draft day jokes we need.
Those are the jokes I like.
Those are the vibes.
Maybe this will cheer you up.
I'm in a great mood.
Wasn't going to share it.
My life is calm and peaceful.
What do I preach myself on? Being transparent. I don't give a damn if you don't like it.
This is a great
All
start
right.
to the day.
So, I'm a great dog mom. Probably better than average.
Yeah.
So,
Above average,
take
some
my
would say.
dog on a long walk this morning, right?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
And drop him off in the house and then go out. Because I have to have this whole thing because I can't stay there long else he gets really upset.
Yeah.
So, drop him back off, go, blah, blah. Get into work. Go sit down, you know that little area I sit down in.
Uh-huh.
Heard you guys talking about Richie's office smelling.
No,
earlier.
Chad.
Oh, Chad's office. Okay.
I mean, Richie's maybe too, but Chad's, I haven't been in there.
I thought you meant Richie's office, so I sit like right there. So I turn to Matt and I go, Matt, do you smell something?
She goes, something stinks. I was like,
Yeah, and I'm like,
Sorry.
I know, I'm thinking to myself, I know it's not me. Like, I shower 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So I get up and
it's
I
less
go
than Kyle.
I go to the bathroom, whatever, and I start to like smell it in there, and I'm like, wait a second. I look down on my shoes.
Oh no.
And I have crap on both sides.
Nice.
Poopy.
I mean,
It was
crap
you.
inside the curves.
Yeah,
the
that's
crevices.
the worst.
She brought poop in.
And so I had to just spend like 10, 15 minutes in the bathroom cleaning all
Another
of
shower?
that out.
bathroom smells terrible.
Don't step on the bag,
It
Tan.
does not smell good.
It's poop again.
So that was how I started literally a blankety morning.
Oh.
Good vibes. Good draft day vibes.
That's good.
If you're feeling like your morning is in the
Yeah,
craps,
yeah.
just feel better because you didn't actually step
You're
on
feeling
crap.
like your morning's in the craps. Tune in. Carmichael Dave, Jason
I'm in the
Ross.
jackpot now.
I'm in the jackpot now.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
fine. Nah, we're all in
Good
great
vibes.
Good, absolutely.
Happy days.
Absolutely.
It's just good vibrations.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
It's all
Great song.
That's a great song.
Beach Boys are great. Period.
No, Marky Mark.
Vibration.
Okay, that's the Marky Mark version she just did. Beach Boys.
This show really enjoys good vibrations.
Well, I
Yes.
don't know if most of you guys do.
we do. Did you just? Okay, you did. Yeah, that's what I thought was. That's what I thought was happening.
Not today, Kayla. Not today.
She's talking about something stinks. Uba stink. It's draft day.
Yeah,
It is.
League sources say that the Kings are comfortable at number 7.
Ooh.
And believe their point guard of the future, or a point guard of the future, will be available at 7 as well.
Really?
You know, it's funny. I tweeted that, and that's like legitimately sourced. But I've also done too many bits where like I'll do the whole league sources say the Kings are looking to
Nobody
improve
knows
their.
if you're real.
And now I've kind of screwed myself.
Boy who cried wolf, huh?
No, the wolf who cried boy. What does that even mean? Celebrity birthdays. Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Matt, are you gonna get the new Steam machine?
You damn right I am.
Yeah, me too.
What's that?
The Steam Deck?
Yeah. No, not the Steam Deck. I have a Steam Deck.
Is
It's
it like the
forthcoming Steam machine that goes in your living room.
No, I'm actually not.
All right, well.
I spent too much money on my computer.
Are you a computer gamer?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, of course.
What's
you
a
are.
steamer?
Listen,
I know you like
Steam
Harry Potter.
It's in Cleveland.
Your game library.
Oh, God.
Where
It's
all your
Steam.
games
Steam
are.
is a video game thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Nerd.
I'm not a video gamer. So
Have you ever played a video game?
Nintendo back in the day.
I played Pac-Man.
I was obsessed with Nintendo. Super Nintendo.
What was your favorite game?
Freaking love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Did you ever get
Super
past the
Mario.
dam level?
Damn.
No.
Super Mario? Okay.
Super Mario.
Yeah.
I actually love the original. I'm not gonna lie.
Mario Kart.
That wasn't on Nintendo.
Yeah, idiot. Not on regular not on normal Nintendo. No, Mario Kart came around later.
I thought Nintendo 64 had a Mario
That's
Kart.
not Nintendo. That's Nintendo 64.
Excite Bike.
Excite Bike.
There was just some really
Punch
good
Out.
ones.
You guys are old.
You're old. By the way, nobody's throwing shade at Uba Stank. We were just saying that.
What did they sing again?
Hoobastank, The Reason.
Yeah,
And the reason is you.
That's right.
And then they Send the Pain Below was their other hit. Oh, no, wait, that was Chevelle. Back to you.
Okay.
Or was it?
Okay.
Go ahead.
On this date in what year, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Oh, great movie.
All I remember about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is that I think that's what took over for Captain EO at Disneyland.
It did.
Yeah.
Honey, I Shrunk the
really?
Audience.
1990.
91.
88.
It's one of two. 1989.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Christopher Lau.
1989.
Oh, I thought it was at least the 90s. Wow.
How about White Chicks? Came out in what?
Jeez.
That's
They're
a fun
talking
movie.
about remaking it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
Because I don't have any original ideas.
Yeah, I
White Chicks was 1996.
know. 95?
Is it that old?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, guide.
Sorry, 99. I don't know.
2002.
I think he's right.
Chris is closest, 2004.
Yeah, you guys are crazy.
Happy birthday, LaDainian Tomlinson.
LT.
LD all day.
Hated that guy.
46. He's probably older.
I'll say 47.
49.
45.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Kayla Anderson, 47 for LaDainian. Happy birthday to Randy Jackson from American Idol.
From Journey?
Yeah, a little pitchy dog.
Randy Jackson is 74.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
Nope.
73.
Didn't he pitch for the Diamondbacks?
71.
74.
Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
Chris is close to 70. Also, happy birthday to Kyle Ledbetter. He's not here today.
That's
Who?
right.
Kyle even
Kyle
here?
Ledbetter.
I think
haven't
he's
seen Kyle in
25.
forever.
14.
Born on my wedding.
That's right.
Oh, Kyle
There? He
Ledbetter,
was there?
14
He
years
was.
old.
Wow.
All right. Big draft.
He's the
day.
reincarnation of Jason's single life.
Wall to wall.